All right, so it says we're live. I'm still new to this whole Streamlabs. For some reason, it just randomly, like, it never shows up that it looks that it's on my side. That you know what I'm saying? It's on my side. So I have no idea if this shit's working. The last time I did the live stream, um, gaming, I had no idea this shit was working. So hopefully, it's working. Oh yeah, okay, it's working. Hey Xavier. Yeah, this is like really bad on my end. You guys should see how this looks on my end. Like it just looks like it's not even working at all. That is crazy town. Let me go get. Here we are. Okay. Here, I put it on mute. Okay, here we are. Yeah, so I let it. I'll give it a while. I'm going to try to make a schedule of every Thursday at 7. Our live stream. You get some consistency. Hey Elijah, Mo, what up, yo? What up, Mo? Daniel Garcia, what's up, man? Yo, DJ, what's up, man? Sure. Okay. How does Bitcoin work? Hey, your guess is as good as mine. All right. I'm not that good with it, B. But thanks to some amazing fucking people who have watched and talked to me and did the best they could to train my dumb ass at Bitcoin. They walked me through and coached me up and helped me how to do cryptocurrency. So I'm doing crypto. I'm in the crypto game now. What is this? Oh, it's leaking. I'm in the crypto game now. Let me go back. Yeah, Bitcoin. As Elijah, as far as I know, which I don't know a lot about Bitcoin, but as far as I see it, is essentially is like the stock market. It's essentially is pretty much like it's pretty much the same theory as a stock market, except you have a lot more control over putting money and taking it out type of shit. You have a lot more than going, and actually playing stocks, and you're just getting. I mean, anytime you deal with money in any formal situation, the only reason they in business because they got to fuck you over some kind of way. That's no reason. That's the only way they can stay in business. But from the little bit that I know about it, that I've learned from people, I try to learn here and there because I've never, like I told y'all a couple live streams ago. Um, I like the sound of you munching them things you eating. um, yeah. Oh well, yeah. Because like I said a while back, I never liked accounting. I never liked accounting because I feel like the only way a motherfucker can get ahead in worlds like that is they got to know some side, secret shit. So I never put a lot of interest in accounting, which I really you really should. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I think you should because that's a key component of life. But I just never put a lot of focus on it. But Bitcoin did good. I think it was yesterday or something like that, day before yesterday, because I put some money in it, and then like literally, it went up like $13, like as soon as I put it in there, like by the end of the day. Because I'm still not like, I don't trust it. All right, I don't trust it. Like I trust it, but I don't trust it. So like, I'll just put in like like $40 here, $50, and just try to watch it. And then, I like the stock market to go up and down, up and down, up and down. It's one of the things you really just got like you really just got to forget about it from what I see of it. Don't buy Bitcoin right now. It's a high price. Word. Hey, Jonathan Meyer, how's it going, man? I'm good. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Buy alternate coins, much cheaper and greater percentages of return on investments. Hey, McDonald, cool. Hey, like I said, I'm still completely fucking new to this shit. So I'm like, I'm more on that thing of like I'm just dipping my toes in the water right now. I believe you. Because I remember other people was talking about Ethereum back when it was going up real fast. It went up a lot. Like somebody got rich off that shit. Like somebody get made some money off that when that Ethereum I hope I pronounced that right. Ethereum it went up. It just skyrocketed. OAD, do you want to get more tattoos? Uh, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. But then it's that thing. Like, do I really feel like the inconvenience it is of being in just doing it and then having to use the soap that doesn't have perfumes in it and all that shit and it's gonna be itching and you want to scratch it and yeah, like I don't know. I'm on the fence with that shit, man. I'm on the fence with that shit. AD, what phone you use? I use an iPhone 7. Where is it? I don't even know where it's at. Oh, I'm using it as the camera. That's why I don't know where it's at. That's my new camera now. So that's why that little yellow line, that's the FBI watching me. Can it catch me? Can the yellow line catch me? It can't catch me. That's I'm using my phone as the camera because it's a better picture than this whack ass cam in the MacBook. This is the MacBook Air, so it's the M1 thing, and the camera is shit when you put on full screen like this. But I like on my end, it's still kind of jittery, man. I don't know, like on my end, because for those of you who watched a lot the gaming when I was playing, was it Mario Maker a couple days ago or yesterday or some shit like that? Like on my end, like it doesn't look great. But then I watched it, it didn't look like awful. I see room for improvement. But it didn't look like completely terrible. How long you gonna be on here today? Probably at least 2 hours. I've always heard about Bitcoin ever since 2019, but never knew what the fuck it was and how it worked. Yeah, same Elijah, same man, same. I didn't know. Pete, like I tell you what, man, like because there's guys who it would be the weirdest shit, man. Like it was almost like I couldn't get away from it. Like every time I talk to somebody, they be on it. Like yeah, I do crypto. It was like it was just constant. And then when I talk to them, they'd be like all for it. They'd be like yeah, like do it. Like get into it, do Bitcoin, do it like right now. So long story short, man, you gotta find like some app or like one of they little cryptocurrency websites or some shit. Like I was told to do Binance, so that's I use Binance. And you just find them, and then you can put in you just link your bank account, and you just put in money whenever you want into whatever cryptocurrency you want, and then you can take it out, or you can also add more to it. And this I keep forgetting to test this theory because there used to be a Bitcoin machine down. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go tomorrow to the center of Prague. I've been meaning to go there for fucking 2 months. And I never remember to go down there and do it. It's a Bitcoin machine. I want to see if I can actually withdraw the money from the Bitcoin machine in Czech crowns. Like, because if that's a possibility, like I see why governments don't like cryptocurrency. Like, if motherfuckers can start doing that, money laundering and shit, that's gonna be a thing of the bit. They just ain't gonna be able to keep track of it unless they enforce some serious laws on it. Because for example, because it's me. Me in the U.S., okay, for those of you in the U.S., what's to say you do something illegal and you just put money in the crypto? They don't ask you where you got the money from. You put however much you want in it. They ain't gonna ask you where it's from. You put it in there and then you be in fucking you travel to fucking Portugal and then find a Bitcoin machine, just take it all out. Well, what they gonna do? They can't catch you on money laundering it. Like that's gonna wipe out a lot of those international fees and shit you gotta pay when you travel. That'll wipe out a lot of shit. And that's just from my small understanding of it. That's just from my. So I understand why governments are like, no, we gotta find a way to fuck people over. We can't have people doing this. That makes sense. I see why they don't like it. AD, do you use Android too? No. I used to, okay, this story behind me and Android was this. Me and Android, so I really didn't care what phone I had. So, but I don't know if I told you guys a story of this, but my uncle, the one who I was talking about in, I think in the video game stream I did 2 days ago, my uncle who he was gay, he was one of them gay dudes. He was gay, but he was like the women loved him because he was a pretty boy type of shit, and he always drove like he introduced me to the BMWs and Mercedes and shit. So he was the type of dude who always wanted to get like. Well, him being gay has nothing to do with it. I'm just thinking about that story I told y'all last stream where he gave me that scowl. It was, I can't do it, but he gave me that scowl because I made fun of him real quick. But he introduced me to like BMWs and shit like that. So what he would do is he was one of them dudes who always had to have the number one thing in technology trending at the time, right? So when I was 19, 20, like I had LCD TVs, and you gotta remember like this was back when a small LCD TV would run you about $800-900, like a small one, and it'd be heavy as fuck. Like there's like a TV like this big will weigh like 85 pounds, and you had to like carry that mother. It was heavy as fuck. But I had the LCD TV. I always had like the highest phone. So I remember when he got a new phone, he gave me his iPhone 3GS. And that was my first. No, before that, I had an iPod Touch before that. And this is long before I'd ever moved to Dayton. But that came and went. Then he gave me that iPhone 3GS. And to be honest with y'all, like, I really didn't. Like, I was never really, Android or all Apple back then, like, at all, right? I just didn't. As long as this shit worked. I wasn't doing a lot of heavy work on computers or anything like that. I was never a picture taker, so I didn't care about the camera like that unless it was, as long as it worked, I didn't care. So yeah, he gave me the iPhone, and I mean, I liked it, whatever, gave it, and I think it just ran its course. It got old, and I ended up getting a Samsung, a Galaxy S6 I got, which I really liked that phone. I thought that phone was great. But what got me like into Apple like completely was like literally like 3 days after I got to Prague, I had an aunt who was like all into Apple shit, right? And really for no reason, because she didn't do a lot of hard work on computers or nothing that would have really, completely validated her getting Apple shit other than she just wanted Apple shit. I mean, she was a great woman. She was one of them, beautiful women. Had her house paid off, car paid off. She had no debt, and she worked 5 days a week. She passed. She died like 3 days after I came to Prague the first time from like breast cancer, which I'm sure spread it to other parts. And the thing, like, she died so quick. Like, I remember when my dad called me and told me, he said, yeah, your Aunt Linda passed away. I said, what? Did she get hit by a car? He goes, no, it was the cancer. Like, damn, like, that shit like came fast on her. Like, it was like you just seen her a month ago when she was fine. And my first thought was, if she passed away, well, she must have got hit by a bus, because it couldn't have been the cancer, and it was the cancer. So anyway, so she had the MacBook Air, like an old MacBook Air, and I think an old iPad, but the iPad was just so like old, and she had like a couple iPhones. The only thing that I ended up taking was because he saved it because he wanted to give it to me. So I had this MacBook, just a regular MacBook, right? Which I thought it was great. Because at the time, I was talking to somebody earlier about this today. At the time, I had a gaming PC. It was a 4690K. This is, fucking 8 years ago, maybe between 6 and 8 years ago. It was a 4690K processor, a 970 for the win video card, like 16 gigs of RAM, 970 for the win video. So I had and a 4K monitor hooked up to it, right? And that old MacBook screen, like no joke, that MacBook screen, it definitely wasn't 4K, but it made up in like, I don't know how to say, like fidelity maybe. I don't know what the proper word to use for it is, but it made up with so much other little stuff in the screen that it looked just as good as the 4K Samsung monitor that was sitting next to it. So I'm getting to look at this map, like, and I'm liking how it's moving and shit. And I'm like I like how the trackpad had like the build quality. I like the build quality and shit. So I'm like, I eventually just switched completely to the MacBook and only used the PC to play Assetto Corsa, because I like sim racing. instead of Corsa. So so then I wanted to try the AirPods, right? Because I had tried a bunch of like wireless headphones, like cheap to like the legit ones at the time, and like I just didn't care for any of them. All of them was just shit to me back then. Like all of them were just shit. So I bought the AirPods. And actually, I bought them for my dad because he had an iPhone, and we tried it, and we was like, yo, like this. The AirPods is where it's at. Like back then, like there was just no. It was like when the first iPhone came out. Like the first iPhone came out, dude, like there was just like all the other smartphones just couldn't compete. They just couldn't compete with the iPhone until like years later. And I think it was the same thing with the AirPods. Like it took years for like everybody else to catch up to the efficiency of the AirPods. So so I got the AirPods. So now I got the MacBook and AirPods. And that's how Apple gets you. They get you in that ecosystem. Now you got to get the phone. Because now the phone's not connected with the laptop, and the laptop, you know what I'm saying. But the laptop connects easily with the AirPods. But this phone is and I had an S8 at this time, and the S8 was a gangster phone, by the way, but it wouldn't connect to all the other shit. So it's like fuck, man. I think I sold. I had the smartwatch, the Samsung smartwatch, and the S8 at the time, and I sold both of them like for dumb cheap just to get the phone. So the phone can link this phone that I got right now to link up to everything. And then got an iPad. So it's like once you get in that ecosystem and the ease of use between the different things, like Apple, like I just said, fuck it, I'm just switching to Apple. Unless I want to get back into PC gaming, because gaming is just better, for real. Gaming is just definitely better. But I use the iPhone 7 now. Make sure, hang on. Yep. AD, what's with the hood hat you wearing? I'll just be chilling in this, man. It's just some little $5 fucking. I'll just be chilling in it. It's one of these things you just wear in the wintertime, that's all. Hey, hey AD, when you gonna do another game stream? Oh, maybe yeah. I was gonna do it. Yeah, I was gonna actually record earlier today. And I just said, "Fuck it, man." I just didn't do it. By the way, AD, is girls with tattoos a red flag? I heard other manospheres say it is. What's your take, D man? On my take on girls with tattoos. Well, it depends on how many she has and where they at for me. Cause it's just the sheer logic of it, man. Like women usually don't have extra money to spend on anything, and especially something like a tattoo, something that takes time and relative, like care to keep up with it and shit. Like women are usually awful. So by the time you see, on average, by the time you've seen a lot of women with something like that, it's a good chance like she was tricking some man into paying for it. Like so if she's got like an expensive tattoo, like her whole like sleeve is covered on some shit like that, like trust, she did not spend full price on that. All right, she did not spend. If she spent anything, she right was talking to this tattoo artist. She was dating a tattoo artist to get free tattoos out of him or some silly shit like that. My thing, like as long as they're not like huge, then it depends on where they are too. On top of that, that's my take on that, man. It depends on where they are and how big they are. Like I just think like nose piercing, shit like that is just disgusting. Nose piercings when they get the fucking cow shit and all that. I don't care for that. That's just my preference. I mean, there's some girls who can make it work, but for the most part, like I mean, because my girl, she don't have any tattoos. Um, I think she's scared to get them because of the pain. She thinks it hurts a lot. But yeah, with tattoos, man, my thing is like as long as they just not too bad, and you're not too big or anything like that, I really don't care. But where we at? We got 20 minutes in. Hey D, can I exchange your hat for Bitcoin? I autographed the hat and send it to you. Hey D, you should do a viewer smash tourney. I guess that means tournament. I don't know. Way D, how's the prog life? Logic's. Oh man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I still got to get shit figured out with the military back in Ohio, but I think a lot of it's pretty much fixed, but I still got to figure out some other shit, other little shit. Well, the government and politicians money laundering anyway, so that's a BS excuse. Don't believe that. Word up. Oh shit, where you at? You had some apartment too. Yeah. I had an apartment in Ohio. I let it go, man, because to be honest with y'all, I was just subleasing it to a friend of mine. I was just subleasing it to him, and fucking then well, pretty much he pretty like like he I don't want to, I'm not gonna say his name. He pretty much just trashed the place. Like it looked awful. Like I remember I posted it on YouTube somewhere. Like it was like drug addicts was living in there. But to his defense, he was telling me how the maintenance crew would just they would just walk in, right? He was telling me how the maintenance people would just walk in, like no warning, nothing. So like I was like low key thinking he was lying because like when I showed up and he didn't know I was showing up, like the place looked like drug addict shit was going on there. So I remember my dad had the security system with the cameras, right? So he let me use it. So I took it back up there and set it up and didn't, of course, don't tell anybody. And I remember at that moment, I went to Texas and the security system was on. Tell me why I'm sitting in Texas, right? Didn't get a phone call, email, nothing. My alarm system's going off because these dumb motherfuckers don't know I got an alarm system. And I'm watching them on camera, just like walk in. Just no phone call, no text, no email, no nothing. They just walked in, and I'm watching it on my phone in Texas, right? Motherfuckers was ridiculous, man. But see that area of Ohio is not a bad area, but it's still an area where they will fuck around and hire some borderline dope fiends or some like complete trash motherfuckers to come up there is probably doing drugs to do some maintenance work to save money. It was right in that area for real. Like it was because I said it was right next door to Whole Foods. It was a Whole Foods like right next door. So and a Chick-fil-A was like literally across the street. It was a Chick-fil-A, a Shell gas station across the street. Across the other side of the street was a Starbucks and a Frickers, and then there's a Sam's Club, sushi, and Whole Foods. But that area was like that. Okay, that area I was living in Centerville, Ohio. That area was specifically for families who maybe didn't have a lot of money, but they wanted to live in a nice area, or it was for younger people who was getting their shit together to getting ready to move out of there. To go move off to better things. Like you're not gonna find people living over there who got like legit good grown man jobs. They're not gonna stay over there. It was pretty, but like, it definitely wasn't a bad. Like I said, it was a Whole Foods next door, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A. They ain't putting Chick-fil-A in the hoods. You ain't gonna, unless I don't think they put Chick-fil-A in the hoods. It wasn't a bad, but it was just that socioeconomical part. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Hey D, why do women try to ruin a man's ego on purpose, especially if he's a catch? Because it's woman shit test, man. She has to. We don't get to this article too. Where we at? Because she has to. Woman has to. She has to try you at some times. Like she has to do it. Like just like because they like children. They have to make sure that you are gonna be that strong. That you can take. Hold on, let me close this window. Let me open another one before too many bugs fly in. But yeah, man, like she has to do it. She has to she has to find a way to kind of to keep pushing you because at the end of the day, women and children are the same with this, man. Like women and children, the only like the reason why the man is there is to make sure shit gets fixed. Shit gets fixed. That's the reason why we exist in their life. I mean, and on the side note, we can make motherfuckers laugh, pick up heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? Pick them up. Play wrestle with them to remind them how strong we are, shit like that. But for the most part, man, like we are kept around to make sure shit gets fixed, and then after that, like we can for real just kind of like roll out for like the next 4 or 5 hours till something gets broke again. Because women and children, was it Albert Einstein? Somebody said that the reason why women and children get along so well is because they mentally on the same level, which the motherfuckers don't talk about that. I think it was Albert Einstein who said that. One of the motherfuckers that people damn near worship, he said some relatively I think was it Tesla? It might have been Tesla who said some shit like that. Said the reason why like women and children are very similar because because they're on the same shit. They do the same. They're on the same mental level. But yeah, they should. But they have if the guy's a catch, usually either she's gonna completely worship you because it depends on where you are. If you're in the U.S., she always knows she can go get somebody to pay for something. But unless she figures like you were just too high for her, that she's going to try your ego. She's going to. And them the moments you just gotta, like, for real, those are the moments you just ignore them. Because sitting around doing this arguing shit and, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? What, I don't know. And all sitting around doing all that shit, man, that ain't gonna do nothing but give her a spark to be mad at you. And then you get that spark. And then once you feed into that spark, to like follow her into some idiotic, stupid shit, she is now the victor. All right, there is no way out of it because she's never going to admit that she was wrong. All right, well, I can get bitches to admit they wrong or they just say stupid shit and stuff like I can do it, but most times, like most dudes are not going to be able to get a woman to prove the openly like when I'm dealing with a woman like in person, I'll get her to admit that yeah, that was stupid. You know what I'm saying? But most guys are just they don't do it. All right, to win, and women know it. So when you deal with a woman, by the time you get her, by the time she's clearly trying to like do something to get like every now and then you're gonna slip up, you're gonna have an emotional response, right? It's gonna happen, but on average, like you have to know how to just fucking like just shut down, and just get the fuck out of there. I'm not gonna lie, I was cracking up when you were trying to pass the Japanese Mario levels. Those levels are insane. Man, them Japanese motherfuckers be on a different level, man. Them motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers be on a different. I don't know what that shit is, man. I gotta go to some Asian country to at least get some understanding. Some motherfuckers, they always do that. And here's the thing: I watch other streamers play Mario, and they like I thought it was just me, so I started watching and say, "Oh, it's a Japanese level. What bullshit is this gonna be?" Yo, Crunchy Candy. My granddad used to fight Germans. Now I save my money and drive German. Word. So we're gonna dive in this article. Because a friend of mine sent this to me. Where we at? Oh, wait, hang on. A friend of mine sent this to me. I don't even know what happened. Something about Deion Sanders did something? Was it? Deion Sanders had IG model Brittany Renner as a guest motivational speaker for his players. Why? Okay. He's going to see what's going on. Oh, yeah, she's getting old. See, y'all want to know how I can tell right now she's getting old? And that she knows that she's getting old? This is how you can this is how you can make it. This is how you know when a woman knows that she's getting old, right? When she starts caking on 5 more pounds of makeup every time you see her. That's when you know that she knows that she's getting old. And that this is pretty much a universe. There's usually 2 reasons why they do it. One reason why they do this is is, well, one, because they know they're getting old. They know they're getting old, and they're desperately trying to recapture being 19 and 20. So every time you see them, it'll be 5 more pounds of makeup. They're going to spend more and more money on youth and beauty products, and it's gonna get more because they have to. They're desperately clinging on to that past of youthful beauty. It's either that or you got, what was that? What's the bitch name? Kylie Jenner. You got them who her older sisters were prettier. So now she will, like I said in other videos, woman will literally cut her left tit and glue it on her forehead if she thought it would get her more attention. And this is why I try to get through the guys so much, man. Like when it comes to like they are so desperate for, like, they are the weakest creatures on the fucking planet. Right? They are not strong. They try to act like they are because they know men is admirable, in man's world to look strong. They are the weakest fucking creatures on the planet. But they put this act on, and then they know they can always count on somebody wanting to fuck them, or at some point. They are the weakest creatures. Don't be mad about it. Just understand it. But yeah, she's getting old. And it's probably been going on for a while now, because now she got the baby. She's getting older. Yeah. I don't even know how old she is. But I can tell she's getting older, and she's starting to feel the heat to compete with other women, because that's how you can use. And that's a universal thing. It's not just America. It's not just Europe. From what I've seen, that is a worldwide thing that woman does when she knows she's getting older. So it says Instagram model Brittany Renner was in attendance at Jackson State University this weekend, and she turned a lot of heads. Social media has been blasting her for a picture where she stated, "Hey Jackson State, hide your sons." Word, ain't it? When was this written? October. Damn, 3 days ago. This bitch is a single mama and she thought. This is sad. This is sad, man. This is somebody's mom. That's somebody's mama. She can't get off that high. Look at the makeup. Like, it's just too, like, okay, for real. Would you want to kiss? Could you imagine kissing her face and just all the makeup that would just come off? And it would just, you would look like Homer. You would look like Homer. Y'all know Homer Simpson's beard? How he got that big brand? If you kiss Brittany Renner and went, you would grow a Homer Simpson beard. Like, that's just, it's too much. Like, just be normal. She can't. Because that's what they do. Yeah, she's going to have her little booties poking out, and I know. Yeah. This is 3-4 days ago. I had a great time. Yeah, making sure we see that booty. Had a great time. Just like I said about Billie Eilish. When bitches realize guys want to fuck them, they gonna make sure you see they tits and booties. They gonna, because again, that's their safety net to regain some value. It's their ultimate safety net. I can fuck, but I don't want to be objectified though. I don't want to be objectified. That's what you licking my booty while I smile at the football game. But I'm not an object. Look at look at the makeup. Look at the makeup in her cheek. Like, look at that. That shit is not even that. Look at that. It's just too, like, but see, I was going to make a video about this a couple of days ago, man, with this whole Instagram shit. Because I'm getting ready to ban, because I think my girl has an Instagram, but she don't get on a lot. But I could tell when she gets on it, because she starts feeling worse about herself and shit. Because that's Instagram. That's that Instagram shit. That social media. When bitches get, like, it should be illegal. Like, I said this a long time ago, man. It should be illegal for bitches to fucking just talk to, just take advice from other women, or be on. It should be illegal for women to join social media, because it just doesn't, like, because women's brains cannot handle anybody doing anything better than them. They can't handle it. It's children all over again. It's just children. So it says, it turns out she wasn't just there to prey on young men. Yo, she is. Yo, oh, so okay. So let me. Okay. So think about this shit, right? You see this post? Brittany Renner at Brittany Renner. Hey Jackson State Hydras. Could you imagine? Okay, and real quick, I want y'all to think about this shit. Could you imagine if who's I don't even know any celebrity. Let's just say, could you imagine if Leonardo DiCaprio, he's a little older because I know motherfuckers try to get on him. Could you imagine if a male celebrity had gone to a college talking about some, hey, Mississippi State, hide your daughters, and he out there posing and shit, and he making sure you see his watch and car. Yo, they'd have had a field day with his ass. They'd have tore his ass. But that's that modern feminism bullshit. Women can't do any wrong. It's only the men who do all the wrong shit. Could you imagine if a man had to post some shit like that? A man who had any bit of money, who was older than the average college student, and had a kid who was a single dad, that motherfucker went to college for any reason and posted to Twitter, hide your daughters, I'm coming to town. Like, yo, they would have tore his asshole up. And a man's out there posing next to his AMG Benz and shit. You know what I'm saying? They'd have tore his asshole to pieces. But that's bitches. You know what I'm saying? Bitches can't get in trouble. America done feminized them in so much. They can't. I told somebody a few days ago, like, look, at this point in America, bitches are just bored and just seeing what they can get away with until somebody just puts their foot down. There was something on I think it was Facebook I seen where these little white bitches, they was at outside this they was at like a fair or something, and they tried to, and this dude was selling hot dogs at this stand, but he closed the doors. It was like one of them cars. Oh, I don't know what that shit's called, like a trailer. It was like a trailer, you know, you could open the side of it and sell shit out of it. Well, he had the shit closed, and these little girls, they walk up and open this shit up, like I'm talking like full fucking damn near full squat, and open that shit up like it was theirs. And somebody, we want something. And the motherfucker came out and said, no, close it. He started yelling, like, close it. Yeah, he was right. He was mad. And then the bitches turned around and said, oh, he's really mean. Like, you fucking dumb cunts. You walked up into his shit and opened the fucking door. You surprised he didn't punch you on the fucking throat. I wouldn't have been mad at him if he had punched him. I wouldn't have been mad at him because you don't do shit like that. But at this point, modern dingbat feminist bitches have feminized the U.S. Well, okay, let me phrase it this way. Men allowed dumbass feminist bitches to feminize them and to be hesitant and all this shit like that, to let them, at this point, especially white bitches. Look, if they a cute little white bitch, America's like they are just bored. Cute bitches in America are bored. At this point, they're just trying to see how far they can go with it before somebody puts their foot down. If they're cute in America, like I said, it's not throw them bitches over here in Europe. They don't see them bitches don't like Europe because they can't compete over here. Them in America, that's they comfort zone. They love that because they can run. Brittany Renners can run that shit over there. So you throw Brittany Renner over here. I mean, yeah, she'll be cute, but one trip out of one of them underground train stations up to the street, and she gonna be done. She's looking for the first plane out of here. She ain't gonna be able to, I mean, like I said, she'll still be cute, but when she sees, okay, that's not really anything special to look at. You ever notice how American women, they really don't try to stay in Europe too long. They don't. Every now and then you find one who stayed for like 6-7 years. You'll find, and usually those are the ones who grew up in New York City, you know, where they actually had other competition. So they were used to that feeling of knowing, you know, better was out there type of shit. But like for them bitches that come where I come from, like Ohio and shit, the motherfuckers don't, oh shit. Those motherfuckers don't, damn, I can't even read that. Because I had to redo my Streamlabs, so I lost a bunch of shit. Hold on, let me switch it. Well, it says it's right here. Okay, I don't know what that was. But anyway, yeah, man, that's just where the U.S. is. Like, this is pathetic. Yo, and why would they, Jackson State, you know, like, why are you posting half-naked bitches? Is it Real Tune TV? Why are you posting bitches? Yo, what? Why would you, Jackson? I don't even know you, Jackson State, and I'm let down. Why would you even let this shit go on? Because Deion Sanders was probably the name that brought anything Deion Sanders going. Because Deion Sanders is if you into the National Football League, you have to know who Deion Sanders is. It's illegal for you not to know who that motherfucker is at this point. Prime time, you know what I'm saying? It's impossible for you to not know who he is. So he rolled it. But even then, like Jackson State, y'all motherfuckers should have some standards with that. Have some. Let's watch this shit.
Like, there's nobody that does it like you. And that's just why you're going to be the greatest of all time.
Oh, she just said you was going to be the greatest of all time. Brittany Renner has signed an 18-year, $43 million Supermax contract with P.J. Washington's bank account. That's the trampoline for you. That's a trampoline, son. That's what it is. Hey, PJ, man, you better throw that shit in Bitcoin and run. He better get them checks deposited right to Bitcoin and just flee. Put all that money in one of his friends' account. Y'all know motherfuckers do that shit for real. Like them Nathan Drakes. It be Nathan Drakes for real from Uncharted. They be motherfuckers like that for real out in the world who do that shit. Like go look up articles. Like motherfuckers do that. They'll go and steal some national treasure shit and go hide it somewhere, and they'll get caught and they'll do 10 years in prison. But when they get out, they got 15 million waiting on them over there. And on top of that, they was getting free food, a free place to live. They just got to do 10 years in the joint. Damn, I can't see this shit, man. What the fuck? Oh, just subscribe. Hey, Lau, thanks for the subscription. Okay. I ain't know I even set up to do that. Like I said, I had to redo my Streamlabs shit, man. So, like, it's all fucked up now. I got to recalibrate everything. Oh, okay, I see. A few seconds ago. Okay, yeah. Where we at? PJ better throw that shit in Bitcoin and crypto immediately. Put in his mom, but have his mama open a Bitcoin account and throw that shit in there. I'll walk him through it. I won't even charge him. Just out of respect. Just out of respect for another man who did some dumbass shit and to help him out. I'll help him out for free. Here, PJ, give me them 43 millions. We gonna make you a Bitcoin account and put that shit over there and be careful what bitch you fuck with, PJ. Throw that shit in the fucking bank. Not the bank, no, because the bank gonna find it. The bank will find it and tell on you. That bank don't give a fuck about you. Throw that shit in Bitcoin. Throw that shit somewhere where a motherfucker won't find it. All right. And I don't know. Is he even that popular? I mean, because I don't follow the NBA anymore, so I don't even know much about the NBA at all. Like, if you'd have told me she took money from P.J. Washington, I'd have been like, I was thinking, as soon as I heard his name, I thought about P.J. Brown with the Miami Heat, like fucking 20 years ago. That's who I thought of first. I don't follow NBA like I used to. Yeah, she gonna look good. Look, I can see the makeup caked on. I ain't even zoomed in yet, and I can see the makeup caked on. Ugh, like, could you imagine? See, this is what I be trying to tell y'all, man. See, these bitches, the superpower is keeping you looking at her from fucking across the street with her shapely legs and long hair and her makeup that may not look bad from far away. That's their superpower. Once you get up close and have to start dealing with these bitches, like, you really ain't nothing there. That's they super. Instagram is these bitches. Instagram is trampoline's godsend. All right, because all they do is take a picture, they can edit it and make it look however they want, and the motherfuckers go, oh, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. What is this? I feel like if I play this, it's gonna ban me or something. Not ban me, but what does it do? It's going. I feel like if I play that, it's gonna fuck with the copyright. Like I did that Jordan Peterson video a while back. It just canceled. It just temporarily canceled the stream, so I'm not gonna play that. So it says, while walking around campus, she also posted on her Instagram story a video hugging Jackson State football coach Deion Sanders. Oh yeah, I know he's a football coach out there. Okay. While Sanders sits in a golf cart, Jackson State football players Daleen Dunn and Dimitri Jordan each shared photos of Instagram. I am not taking a picture with that bitch. You couldn't catch me taking a picture. I would decline. I would kindly decline. I have declined more from a lot better looking women than her. I will politely decline. Yeah, I would not take a picture with this bitch. Yo, I will politely decline that shit. For those who are unaware, Renner played women's soccer at JSU. She was the MVP of 2010 SWAC Women's Soccer All-Tournament Team. It led Jackson State to a 2-0 win against Mississippi Valley State for a berth in the 2010 NCAA Women's Soccer Tournament. And then her claim to fame was sucking the right dick. Well, see how fast I ended out? Her claim to fame was sucking the right dick. Nobody cares about that shit. Had to do something. What's all this? Silent release SPM and refused to comply. Legendary porn star and Chargers fan goes viral for her eye-popping outfit at Look, I don't even feel like even looking at some shit bitches talking about anymore, man. Where we at? Oh, shit. Okay, where we at? I just joined your Patreon. Oh, thanks, Pimped Out Platypus. That's probably what it was then. That the sound I heard. I didn't, because I got because my phone is on Do Not Disturb because I'm using the phone as the camera right now. So that's probably why that's what that sound was. My phone, everything's on Do Not Disturb. Which that iPhone 15 update like really fucked that up because it didn't used to do that. Now it's just like nothing goes off if it's on Do Not Disturb. I remember one time I was like my girl usually she would write me every 2-3 hours, write something. And I hear her about 4 or 5 hours one day. And I was like, wait a minute. That's a little odd. And then I checked my phone. Yeah, she wrote me. It doesn't go off on anything. So I guess that's kind of a bad side about having that Apple what's it called? The ecosystem is that everything's linked up. So if like they're really trying, but sometimes it don't work out. Like that situation, or like for another example, like when I had my girl, she wanted to watch something on Netflix and I was on the iPad. I was on the iPhone. I was on my phone, and she was on the iPad that's linked in the account. Long story short, like it kept thinking that I was using the iPad when I was on my phone, so shit wouldn't work. That's that's spoil asshole problems. What's on your face? My face, bro. Call on Zoom. I have some questions for you. What's on your face? It's my face. You talk about this? I don't know what this is. Well, because my brother, I think it's something that just goes in the family. Because my brother, he has it on like both sides. Like, some black people just get that shit, like, or just all across their forehead. Like, I remember, or like on their neck and shit like that. So, actually, I'm meaning to go to the doctor and see if I can get that shit fixed. Because it goes away when I like pull the shit out. It goes away a little bit. I don't know what it is. I'm going to get it fixed, though. Thanks for joining the Patreon, Pimped Out Platypus. Appreciate it, man. Oh, and I got Bitcoin too. I think I put it in the description. I put the link in the description. Not the link, but the wallet. So thank you. If anybody donated there, thank you for donating. But I can't check it because, like I said, everything's on Do Not Disturb, so I can't check it right now. Bitcoin is popping. Yeah, Bitcoin. Like what I seen like yesterday, like I got a message. I don't know how true it was because of course they're gonna hype up their own shit in these little apps. But they said Bitcoin hit like an all-time high since like 3 or 4 years ago or some shit like that. What it did yesterday. But, you know, it's like the stock. It's going to go up and down. It's not going to just keep going up, straight up. You know what I'm saying? But, it's like. Hyperpigmentation. Word. AD, do you know about your origins? Like from which part of Africa you are from or your genealogy? Yeah, my dad did that. We did that DNA shit. And it went back to so my ancestors like they fucking, you know, cavemen or some shit. But they were slaves. They were slaves of course somewhere in the South. I can't remember exactly. My dad, he found all that shit, man. And the slave owner's last name was my last name, which is Radford. That's where where I got my last name from. The Radford last name is it came from that slave owner. And then I forget where it traced it back to, but I can't remember exactly where. But he has all of it in this whole presentation and his whole family tree and shit. Like they found all that shit. Because he found like three or four different people to do it, and it all linked up to the same shit. Because it was that one thing like yeah, Logic's, yeah. Well, there used to be. I'm gonna go tomorrow to go check. I've been meaning to check Logic's. He says, you got Bitcoin ATMs in Prague. Yeah, I'm gonna. There used to be one. Like right before I went to Kiev, I remember seeing it. Cause I went to go meet with a friend of mine down there. But I'm gonna go tomorrow to go see if it's still in there. But there used to be at least 2 of them that I can think of now. But back then, like I'm still not really into. I just got some money in it, but like I still don't. I'm not like a fucking professional at it by any means. But yeah, that's true. Bitcoin hit its all-time high yesterday. Oh, word up, yeah. That's what the app said. I was just taking it. Oh no, chill. No, it's not a birthmark. I got a birthmark. It's on my hip. AD, why women love abusive guys? Because essentially, because the abusive guy is doing what is still leading himself and doing what he wants. That's why. Because women just want, like, more than anything, women crave a guy who has his own will and personality and drive to do what he chooses to do. Same reason why women fall in love with guys who murder their own families and in prison, and they can't get enough love letters. They don't run out of love letters from random bitches, because at the core of it, like I say all the time before, man, women love protection. And yeah, money is definitely a great form of protection, nowadays. But on that straight animalistic primal mode, like I really wouldn't even say it's being big and strong, because big and strong will only get you so far if you still mentally weak and folding for everybody else, trying to please everybody else. So when that abusive bitches get that shit confused, to where that abuse is still, it signals that the guy does what he's a leader of himself, and he's doing, even if it's not, even if it's something that's not favorable or admirable, he's still doing it. Like I said earlier, like just like how bitches fall in love with dudes who will murder their own family and be doing 45 years, on one life sentence in prison. You know what I'm saying? And 8 motherfuckers have about 14 life sentences, and bitches fall in love with him because that man showed he showed that ability to do what he wants. Like, guys really underestimate the influence they have on the world for just doing what they want and making their own decisions. Because I was watching Shannon Rice Lewis. This is a free advertisement for Shannon Rice Lewis. I love watching his channel because he makes these cartoons. He does these MGTOW cartoons. I love them. But he was going in on one rant. So yeah, go check him out. That's a free advertisement. I don't talk to the motherfucker. I don't know him at all. No, I just like his channel. And he don't get a lot of views, man. He only gets like, a few hundreds. Every now and then he might break 1,000 some shit. But I love watching this shit. And he went on a rant. Like, how come every time like you meet a baby daddy or like the bad boy, like he's always working like some independent job, like he don't, but he always has girls and stuff like that. Like, that's why, because he's okay, whether if it's because he has a felony or not, he's still choosing his own route, and he's choosing to do his own thing. That in itself is appealing, because at the end of the day, if a dude has $15 million, but he's a fucking pussy to her at the end of the day, well, he's a pussy with $15 million. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the flip side, like I made a video a while back on my Patreon about when being alpha goes wrong. Because a friend of mine who's renting that flat in Ohio from me, he was an alpha dude, but he was that when the alpha goes wrong. Because at some point, just being alpha alone and not having any money, like the woman at some point is gonna need some type of payment for her pussy other than being, the mental leader. Like, she's gonna need some other parts, touched on, like, at least some financial input, shit like, or like her vagina will literally get tired of it at some point. And this is why it's so hard for women to find like the perfect guy and all that, because what they want is just impossible to find a lot of times from one guy. Because a lot of times when guys are working a job and they can make great money, but the downside of working a job, and a lot of guys don't want to hear this shit, but it's the truth. The downside of working a job, a 9 to 5 job, is low key putting you in like beta territory with bitches. Like I mean, like now you might still, you might have like alpha, you work out and all that shit like that. But okay, bitches, they don't want to tell you this shit, but it's still like you still gonna be a different flavor from that alpha dude with 3 felonies and don't work and got 3 baby mamas. Like he still has something more to offer than that dude making 6 figures, working 9 to 5, 6 days a week, and everybody in the company loves him. Like, yeah, he does have it, and he can offer a certain type of protection, but that animalistic protection, a lot of times he can't do it because once he starts to work these jobs, like he's now part of this group where the group, yeah, can't protect, but in the same instance, it's a much lower chance that guy is going to genuinely tap into what the fuck he is and do what the fuck he wants to do because he's afraid of losing that job and losing this and losing that. Where the alpha dude who don't work a job and all that, he ain't got nothing to lose. So in that sense, he's going to be a little more free. And that's something, and that's one of the things, like, it's just too hard for a woman to, like, it's almost impossible to find that perfect blend of the two, unless the dude, like, unless he was like one of them dudes who unless he's doing something where he doesn't have a boss, like for example, like he's great at stock markets, or nowadays the crypto shit, and he's making tons of money off that every month, or whatever. Unless he's doing something like that, if the guy's reporting to a job, like a part of that guy is still gonna kind of be on this whole like, well, what do you want to do? Like, even the best of them, and a lot of guys don't want to hear that shit, but that's the fucking reality. Even the best of them, like the best of them, the dudes who's known as being the asshole dudes and all that, a part of them is still going like bend and fold just a little too much, and women know how to sniff that out. Do you have any insight with Muslim men? No, I don't. I have no insight on Muslim men at all. Yeah, I'm going to do call-ins. Probably about another 10, 15 minutes. How's the economy over there, AD? The economy over here now is, there's, complaints because tourism was wiped out from coronavirus. So, a lot of countries are just fucked up. Like some countries, they're fucked up, but of course, money runs the world. So they're only letting in tourists who, like, they're literally the only hotels that are open in some of these countries are like hotels that charge you like $400 a night type of shit because they only trying to bring in motherfuckers with money. Like it's brutal. That shit's rough. That's fuck. I'm laughing, but that's fucked up. But in Prague, a lot of these countries are fucked up. They just lost a shit ton of money from tourism being down. So weirdly enough. Well, the path that I remember happening over here was when coronavirus stopped. Within that first 2 or 3 months, a lot of motherfuckers, they lived off of just renting out Airbnbs. Like they would buy a flat here, buy a house there, buy it, and just rent out the Airbnb. And that's what people did that for. I had no idea how big that field was. And within the first 3 months, a lot of people just went dead broke because there was no tourism. Nobody was coming to rent the flats out. So from what I remember, they were trying to outlaw Airbnb for a while, at least here in Czech Republic, because there was just so many flats that were just being bought up and then sitting empty because people were going to just make money off Airbnb. And then that was hurting the whole, of course, like the hotels and shit. But the path that I remember happened after those people just pretty much went broke because there was no more tourism. The price of everything, of course, went down because I remember catching like an Uber would be like, super cheap back then because, nobody was going anywhere. It was quarantine, all that goofy shit. People was like dying to rent out a flat for cheap money and all this shit like that because nobody, because in the U.S. people was getting checks. Over here, motherfuckers wasn't getting checks like that over here. In the U.S., motherfuckers was getting something. You know what I'm saying? Something. Especially they was working a job and got displaced, they was getting like $2,000-3,000 a month. Over here, motherfuckers wasn't getting that. So people was like struggling. People was like fucked up over here. So the price on everything went down. And then now prices are going back up. So like the electric, I've heard, I don't know. Well, I think the Czech government just did something to where they offset the tax, some type of tax on electricity, because for some reason the electricity bill just went like sky high. Rent, flat rents now, they're all like, about $200 or $300 more than they were before. So right now everything's, and I think around the world the price of food is going up. I could be wrong about that, but I think the cost of food everywhere is going to start going up. But nowadays it's really that thing where if you can do a job where you can work online, then you'll be pretty. If you have training in something that you can do over the internet, you would be like you. A lot of people really didn't feel. Well, I can't say that because there'll be because I'm in German Facebook groups, Czech Facebook groups, Ukraine Facebook groups, and I'm here like there was people in Germany like just begging for a job in like different languages. Like, look, I just want to pay rent. It was fucked up. People who like they would have thought they was too good for you if they seen you on the street. Like people was getting broke down from that shit. It was rough. U.S. You have your own. Where that's cool, man. You got your own business. AD, when did you finally realize you are truly red pill? Bruno, my thing with that, well, I was always a bit, I just didn't know the community existed. And when I would say shit, motherfuckers be like, oh yeah, that's red pill shit. I'm like, what the fuck is red pill shit? And then I went and looked it up. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. So then I read like the MGTOW. I think the MGTOW has their own book of like definitions. I was like, yep, that shit is 100%. Like I just never put a word to it, but they was like, it was some internet site where it's like some internet site for MGTOW, and they have like all the definitions just like of everything, like the beta orbiters. I'm like, yep. I never put a name to it, but that's that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I was always of the mentality, but I just didn't know it. And when I was in the U.S., I would just try. It's just that thing, man. You kind of become what you are and what you're around. So, like in the U.S., I mean, what happened was I was just there and in these environments. But the thing was, see, that Me Too and all that shit, like that shit started to creep up. I want to say looking back on it, I could see signs of that ridiculousness happening. What's that? What's this? 2022, 5, 20, right around 2014 to 15. That was when I started to see like that. That was when I started to say, okay, all a woman has to do is say something, and I could be in trouble, type of shit. Like, and they won't care what I say. That was back around that time. That was in that time period when I started to notice it. That whole, the woman's automatically right. If she just says something, we don't care what you have to say. If a woman said it, then she's automatically right, type of shit. That was about when I started. At least I started to awaken to it. Now it could have been going on earlier than that, but that was when I started to see it. I started to become awake to it. I would just use Bitcoin to combat inflation and try to make money off of it. Yeah. Sup, 80 just came from college. Word up, Simon Lewis. That's cool, man. Let me catch up to these because I'm behind. Where we at? AD. Oh, wait. It says, what if it's a stay-at-home job and it's mostly independent from a boss? Mario. Yeah, I say that would fit. That would fit. That's cool with the whole like what the woman is seeing with that shit. Yeah. Because, okay, like I said, man, okay, when I'm saying this shit, like women, here's the thing, man. Women are excellent at interpersonal manipulation, interpersonal readings and shit like that. Like they are experts at it so much to where like you would think that they don't even see it. Like I say all the time before, man, like the shit that I say on the channel. Like, if you think what I'm saying is brutal, like, you should hear how women talk about you behind your back to their friends, texting and all that shit. You should hear how brutally to the core they get on. Like, women are awful. Like, seriously, like, women are not, see, that whole thing of being loving and caring, like, bitches all around the world know that men want to see that. Like, they know, it's no secret. So they know to put that act on when you walk in the room. AD, why is Gabriel Union doing that to D Wade? I don't even know what she's doing. But yeah, I feel like, okay, because somebody wrote me about Gabriel Union. My theory would get like hold on, where I'm at. But that Gabriel, look, that nothing about that added up either. Like Gabriel, like nothing about Gabriel Union. I don't know I don't know her personally. I don't know her at all. But just like, that is just a woman you can just never ever trust. I mean, you really can't trust anyone, but that's a woman like you. I would immediately know to not ever. No, a woman like that always has a deeper sinister ulterior motive. I don't even know what she did to Dwayne Wade, but is it like? And this is gonna sound really silly, but it's like I never cared for her. She always appeared to be a cunt. She always, like, I always had that feeling. Always. I never liked her. Never. Never. She's a little cute, but it's like the look in her eyes. It's just, she always struck me as a cunt. As a complete cunt. And I would know. I don't even know what she did, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm so not. I remember I had a conversation with some friend when I was working in the tutoring department in college, and we got on a topic of talking about Gabriel Union, and we all agree, yeah, like something is not right with her. There is something in there. But like I said, in older videos, sports stars, dudes who are like well over 6 foot, super athletic, and making money off that shit, like that's the equivalent of a pretty bitch with big tits. Like they have no idea of actual reality. So Dwayne Wade probably, he just couldn't see it. That's all it was. You know, he's so busy dribbling that fucking basketball, he ain't paying no attention to the little things that she's doing and saying. You know what I'm saying? So, like, say PJ Brown or PJ Washington, same shit. He's so busy dribbling that damn ball and putting on his sneakers, he ain't paying attention to what the fuck's going on to the little shit. But I never I don't know what she did, but I'm gonna do a call-in show in a bit. Do you have a work visa? No, I got a spousal visa. I never cared. Never cared for Gabriel Union. Hey, DC from Maryland, word. That's cool, man. DC, Jada Pickett the wheel, man. What I remember from doing that video I did about Jada Pickett and Will Smith was, because I picked out something that was super deep, and guys get so caught up in that chasing woman, because woman is the ultimate goal to get in your fucking life, and it's really, I mean, getting pussy, but I mean after that you really can't do, you know what I'm saying? But I remember a deep line that I caught, and because I know what that means from a woman, right? She said something along the line. I mean, I'm loosely quoting this because this was probably about a year ago now, but I'm loosely quoting this. But I remember she said something like, Will told her that he loved her with all of his heart, and her response, well, what she verbally said was, I don't know if I can. So something along the lines of, I don't know if I can love somebody with all my heart, which was woman's translations for, I will never love you as much as you love me. That's woman's translation. And the thing, like, but see, guys get so caught up in just, obtaining woman and, and being good enough for woman that they don't stop to fucking, I mean, guys, we all grow at different rates, whatever the fuck, I get that. But that was literally woman translation for, I will never love you as much as you I probably will never love you, but I definitely will never love you as much as you love me. That was the dumb bitchinese translation. But they'll use words to make it sound better or more sexy or more appealing or more like get them more attention. But that was a woman's translation. She never loved him. Never. She liked him. She could have him fuck her. She liked him, but she will never love him as much as that's a brutal truth, man. That's a sad and brutal truth. Because with that line, when she said that, that overrode everything else. If she cheated on him or not, all right, like that line from early on in a relationship overrode everything. All right, completely overrode everything. I was always MGTOW low key, no kids, no relationships, smashing dashes day one. Why women don't just say what they want? Because okay, the reason why I'm the first thing that came to my mind with this scale master electrodes. The first thing that came to my mind was the answer is because deep down for real, the reason why she ain't gonna say what she wants is because it comes back to that protection. It comes back to protection, right? The ultimate form of protection was your parents, right? And again, what do your parents do? They know what when you a kid, they know what you want. They know when it's time to eat. Even when you really don't want it for real, they know it's time for you to do it. Women are always looking for that protector. So this is why women want you to read their mind. This is why because if they have to tell you, then that means that you're not smart enough to protect her in the world. If you're not picking up on the little things and reading her mind of what she's really saying. That translates to woman as, oh, he's not, this motherfucker's not, he's not prepared yet. Pretty much. That's what it translates. That's why woman, she's not gonna tell you exactly what she wants. And most cases she's not gonna tell you what she wants. Because like I said, woman's whole purpose is to search for protection. Now, they figure, looking cute, looking pretty might raise their chances of what circles they can get into, but they only try to look cute, look pretty to compete with other women to get that higher level of protector. That's it. See, sex, that whole being sexy and all that. See, men, we view being sexy as something completely different than women do. All right, women figure being sexy will get them protection. Men view being sexy as, oh, I get the fuck sexy. You see, there's two whole different views on that shit. It's hunting. Women are hunting by being sexy. You see, when you're a hunter, you see that shit completely different from the motherfucker that's the prey. Right? You got a whole different view on that. If you a lion, you got a whole different perspective than that deer over there sipping that water from that pond, hoping he don't get eaten. You got a whole different perspective. Will Smith should have jetted as soon as he heard that. Elijah, man, I tell you what, man. When it comes to that shit, no. At this point, how old is them kids? I say, like, because okay, at this point, like I said, I don't know Will Smith either. But if I had to guess, by that whole line of like he loved her with all his heart, and Jada's response to that shit, he had it set in his mind that he was gonna put up with anything out of her. All right, back then. He'll say he was done and all that shit like that. He'll say, and he might genuinely feel it for a while, but when some shit like that comes out, like and Jada knew it. She knew it from day one. She knew it. She knew it. Okay, it's like, oh well, he's not the worst option. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? One of them things. P.S. I'm 46, so it gets easier. Women's motive psyche. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely cosmic vagrant. Yeah, definitely for sure, man. I'm fairly young, but I'm sitting here regretting not shooting my shot with a certain women who were like perfect, but that's gonna happen, Mario. You gonna go through that. That's just life. And women do that with guys too. That happens with everybody. 80. Any tips on how to become indifferent? It's hard at times, especially with women. Well, I mean, you never gonna be indifferent all the time. Solar Age. You always gonna have some. You always I always say this, man. I'm not trying to say it's fear or anything like that, but I think one key important thing with life is remember this is courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is being afraid and going through with it anyway. But even then, sometimes like the fear is just going it's just a human thing. Fear or hesitance or whatever the fuck is gonna happen. So for the two comments actually about not shooting shot or how to be indifferent, like you're gonna care about some shit at some point. Like it's gonna happen. Like you gonna fuck up and fall into caring about it. But what I'm trying to say, like the overall average of dealing with bitches, when they come up with some old silly shit that they know is gonna make you mad or know is wrong or something like that. See, women will go to extreme lengths to make you to try to get an emotional response out of you just because she knows that she's wrong. And women, that fragile female ego is so sensitive that she can't accept openly, bluntly being wrong. So she would rather you get mad and then you go, and that way she could get mad at you for being mad and we could shift it all on you. Women are great with that shit, man. They do excellent jobs with that manipulation shit that bitches do. Bitches grow up with that, learning from other bitches. All right, they will go to great lengths to do that. Never underestimate fragile femininity and afraid of being afraid and their fear of being wrong and what they'll lead you to believe that you did was wrong. Cosmic Vagrant. If you find a different chick and can keep talking to the one you want, it may increase your odds. She sees you can get other women and may get jealous, want to steal you. Yeah, yeah, that's real shit. So I'm gonna set up the call in now. Well, where is the? Let me find my. Wait, okay, yeah. Yep. Wait. Yep. So I am posting the call-in link right now. Okay. So I just posted it. So the lines are now open. So let's go back to these comments. What's the black woman's biggest problem in the dating world? Was the average black woman's issue? Honestly, man, honestly, in my opinion, the average is femininity, and losing some of that testosterone shit that they like that. Because I still remember her name was Jamie. I think I told y'all a couple live streams back. This girl named Jamie, man. She like I was in love with, but I always thought Jamie was better than me. She's a black girl, but she was not like any of the other black girls at school. She just had this calm demeanor. She was a little goofy, but she was one of them straight A students in high school. She played tennis. She always just had she's always had this great demeanor about herself, man. You didn't feel combative as soon as you didn't feel like she would try to end up being combative when you sat next to her type of shit. Or I was afraid to sit next to her. But if you seen, like, you just felt comfortable when you seen her. That combative shit just wasn't in her, man. Like black women, they end up just. Well, now I know how to diffuse it. Like now, but back then I didn't know how to diffuse that shit in black women. So, like back then I'd be more afraid. Like this bitch might end up getting combative and getting turned wild and shit. Like if you say something she didn't like and all this shit. Like they said that testosterone driven combativeness in them is just fucking just gross, man. And on top of that, when they start cutting their damn hair off and all that shit, then it's just, you might as well just be fucking a man at that point. They chop their hair off and then they be on that combative shit. Like, I just don't want them. Latinos them Latino bitches, they got away with, some Asian bitches, they got away with it. But even then, like, because there's a lot of them aren't as dominant with it as women are, as the black girls are. They still have it, but they not like as dominant. So they get away with it. And on top of that, they know how to be feminine in other areas. And a lot of times, man, like when I date, now the black girlfriends I had were clean, but a lot of times they just wouldn't be clean. Like you just go over their place, it just be dirty, fucking like real like they just don't clean, man. Like it's just shaving their legs, fucking having mustaches. It's just, man, I know. I do know some girl. Oh, actually, I know an African girl here. She cooked chicken hearts for me. I love chicken hearts. And it's fucking great. She cooked a bunch of shit. She was a little loud though. She was getting gangster, but she was cool. Cause like I said, cause now I know how to work with it. But when I was younger, I didn't know how to work with it. Hello, can you hear me? We got a caller, but it's like there's technical difficulties. Okay. We got a caller here, but technical difficulties. 80, how do you diffuse combativeness? Laugh it off. Laugh it off or ignore them. That's you laugh it off, ignore them, or be quiet. Like don't ever follow them into what's combative. All right, that's how you deal with it. Don't ever they usually have to deal with that with woman in general, with that combative, with that argumentative shit. Never follow them into it. Like just ignore them. Go laugh about something else, something like that. Just move the fuck on. Like that's how you deal. That's how I deal with it. But don't ever follow her into that shit because it's like sometimes you may just something might pique your interest and you may you may dive into it like once every blue moon type of shit. But for the most part, don't follow because bitches don't have any direction. They have no direction. Appreciate the stream. Thanks, US. Appreciate you guys being here. Yo, you man so entertaining. Thanks. Have some cash in hand. Should I get out the country? Where you at, young blood? Young blood? That's what the old people say. I'm old. I'm getting old now. I'll be 36 next year. I'm getting old. Why incest is such a popular porn category? I don't know, Scala Master Electros. I don't know why incest is such a popular category. I really don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. Because I know people talk about some, hey step bro, hey step sis, all that shit like that. Like that's really not incest because y'all ain't family at that point. But I'm not trying. I mean, if somebody gets it, like go, you get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not my thing. Sweet Home Alabama, yeah. Old laughter. Yeah, you 46. I'm 30. Yo, I'm coming to terms with that shit. I'm still coming to terms. You sounds like you accepted Cosmic Vagrant and said old. Yeah, man, like, because it's starting to hit me like, yo, I'm 35. I'm like, hey, and I'll be real about getting older, man. Like, I don't want to be one of them motherfuckers that be walking around talking about something. Well, I look like I'm 25. Like, motherfucker, I want to own every bit. It's just hard to own it because you used to being younger. But I don't want to be that motherfucker that walk around and be like, yeah, but people say I look like I'm 21. Like, nah, I'm just gonna accept it. Like, whatever the fuck I look like, that's what I look like. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers do tell me that shit, but I don't like try to, feel. Now a couple times I did feel low key salty. Like I remember a motherfucker said like, "Are you 35?" I would have said you was like 30 at most. I'm like, yo, 30 though. like what happened to 21? But even when I was like 25, man, I remember bitches used to always say, well, you look young, but when you start moving, you don't move like you younger. So I like because they when I was like 25, the girls never knew how old they can never tell. because they said because I would move like I was older, but I always looked a lot younger when I was younger, like most guys do. They started stocking frozen dog food next to human food, and wait, they started stocking frozen dog food next to human food in large grocery chains. Word is that part of that whole? Let me guess. Dogs are offended now because they food ain't in the same aisle. Y'all see that dumbass bitch, Demi Lovato, talking about some? She don't want to call aliens aliens. She want to call them extraterrestrials because aliens is see shit like that. I wouldn't be surprised if she was serious. Because this is what happens when you let bitches go. This is because they dumb as hell. When you let them go, they have no direction, right? Bitches they have no average woman lacks genuine woman's direction is based off of what man already made. Then how can we manipulate that? Because woman will not, and I repeat, will not go out in the world and genuinely create something on their own and make that the status norm, other than how can we get men to fuck us more. That's about the only realm that they have. After that, they don't do it. This is Demi Lovato was like, well, I don't want to call extraterrestrials aliens because they gonna be offended. Like, this is what when you let bitches go, that's what happens. Well, and she done got fat and she's wearing a mullet now. I seen a picture. That's what happens. When you let them go, she ain't got Hollywood telling her how to dress and walk and talk anymore. And you let them go. That Lindsay Lohan? Was Lindsay Lohan? No, Amanda Bynes was another one. When that pimp ain't when that theoretical pimp is not in her life anymore, oh, ain't no telling what she's doing. She's probably sleeping outside and you know what I'm saying, all type of crazy shit. Perfectly good house right there. And she because bitches do not have they pretend to have direction. They like to pretend to have direction because they know men like direction. They do that to impress you. They don't have it, all right? It'd be like if you taught a dog how to cook pancakes. Dogs don't like to cook pancakes, but they'll learn. Some dogs will figure out because they know you like to cook pancakes, so they'll do it for you. But that dogs don't like that shit. What's up, man? I got you on the line.
What's up, man?
How's it going, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, I was trying to get on here with my phone, but I don't know, it's messing up.
Word. Oh, that's
Turn
cool.
my camera on.
Yeah, that's that Zoom shit, man. I'm not a fan of Zoom, but I still got to switch to Discord or something. I'm too lazy to switch to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing, except it's more like audio, I guess. But there's also videos too. But it's kind of like let me turn this light on. It's kind of like it's like a list of people. Because I have Discord, and I use it's like a list of people, right?
Okay.
And everybody can speak, right? But you probably gonna have to mute the whole thing, so not everybody's speaking at one time. It's kind of like if it was on here, it'd be the same thing.
Okay.
So everybody has an option to turn their camera on and all that. It's the same thing, just So it's mostly for like gaming people, but anybody can use it. Don't matter. So.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. How's it going with you, man? You good?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. And the gaming live stream, that was just a complete fucking YOLO, man. I had no idea if that shit was gonna work. Like,
yeah, man.
Because on my end, like with this stream right now, on my end, on YouTube, it says it's not working. Like it says please connect media. Like it I don't know.
You know the crazy part. I'm about to get deep too.
Okay.
And you said this before, but as a man in life, I recently yesterday I saw your New Year's Eve message video, and you were saying how as a man you have to just try.
Yeah.
Just try. Just try, and if it doesn't work out, we'll just try a different method or a different path or something. But really all that matters is you try, and you try. So it is really nothing wrong because I was in there. It was nothing wrong with the stream. Everything was working. Nothing was lagging. So you was good. Okay. But it's the fact that you tried. You tried it out. So that's what's up. That's what a man. That's that's what it is to be a man. You know, trying.
Yeah. And I think with, especially as time keeps going forward with, with social media, everybody's always posting, like the perfect pictures, the perfect success. Everybody's
Right.
always posing like, like the relatively, the end quality of perfection and success. Like, and so people, I think at the same time with that, it also I think for a lot of people it can make a lot of people afraid to try because
True.
because you're focused on, well, what if I fail and I don't get to that, I don't get that perfect pick, that ending picture. And I think I'm probably not making a lot of sense, but I think it's fucking up the whole willingness to try something new. I think
Right.
like the focus, like you said, the focus should be on the actual willpower to just get up and try.
Right.
You're gonna fail and fuck up something, so you gotta
Of
just accept
course.
that.
Of course. That's this is life, man. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, man, that's just life. With women, I was just thinking, women will never understand how it is to be a man. Like they will never
No.
understand how it is to be us. To be rejected by a girl you really like, or to be, rejected from a job that you really wanted. Just rejection, and they will never, because women go through life getting what they want just because they're pretty and because they have nice tits and all.
Hmm.
But they will never And I wish that somebody invented like a machine where a woman can be a man, any man that she wants to be for one I say 1 month.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
she want to switch that. She would want to switch that around in 2 minutes.
yeah. Have,
'Cause it's
have you seen the there were experiments done where a woman, she thought she could dress up like a man and pull bitches because she thought it was
yeah,
just easy. Did you see that? And they had to cut it short
yeah. I've seen that.
because she was fucked up. She didn't know how mean
Yeah,
women are. I'm saying
yeah.
like.
Oh yeah,
And the
yeah.
guys took
We
her out. The
had
guys took her out. They went bowling with her and hung out with her, and she had fun.
yeah,
But she tried to pick up bitches, and they was just awful to her, man. They was terrible. She
yeah,
finally got to
man.
see it.
Yeah, never understand that, man. Because that's why I don't usually talk to women about like red pill stuff because they don't get it, man. They're not gonna get it because they're women. I was actually talking to she's not even a friend. She's just somebody I talk to.
Hmm.
A friend, well, not even a friend, a female that I was talking to, right? And we were talking about if a woman hits a man, should the man hit her back? But she was like, no, because a man is strong. Okay, so if that man is stronger, right?
Hmm.
Shouldn't you be scared to hit that dude? Shouldn't something alert in your head like, oh, this guy is stronger than me. I shouldn't hit him.
Hmm.
But they can't go. It's like you say, they can't go past women their own brain. So they just damn.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's why I don't talk to them. If I do talk to women, it's about other stuff. It's not about because they don't get it, and most dudes don't get it either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just whatever you talk about, I just keep it to myself because
Well, I mean, every now and then you will be able to find a woman who is just who is just open about it, whatever, blah blah blah. You
right.
can find them; they do exist, and they know the reality of it for real. I mean, because I've come
Yeah,
across women who openly said, well, man has built the world we live in. So
yeah,
like they'll openly, you will find them. It's not going to be very often because, like I say before, like I said on the videos, like in the past live streams, like people ask me, well, how come you never bring up, good women? Well, usually because these good women, they're off somewhere being a good woman somewhere. She's not. You're not gonna know
right,
she exists. She's not gonna be out here running around talking loud, showing her tits on
right.
Instagram. You never gonna see her because she's doing. Yeah, that's
Yeah, man. I definitely sorry, my neighbor's dog is barking in the background. So if you hear a bunch of barking, that's my neighbor's dogs.
all
Yeah.
right. You good,
Anyway,
man? You good.
yeah, man. when it's like you say, when a woman is succeeding in life as a woman, you are not gonna hear anything. You're not gonna hear her making videos on how men are bad. You're not gonna hear any of that
No.
because she's on her own path
Yeah.
of being a woman. So you're never gonna hear her. Just like my mom is like an example of that. How like she's doing her thing. So she don't have time to be on here, and she don't got time for that stuff. She has a job, so she doesn't have time for any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was humble at, like, I'm not going to tell you that because it's personal, but
Mm-hmm.
she was humble at an early age.
Okay.
So she never liked attention from dudes like that. Because she would tell me that when she was younger, she would cover up to her neck, her clothes, because she didn't want guys to see her breasts. She hated when guys look at her breasts.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's because she was humble at an early age, so she didn't pick up that characteristic. Now, if she wasn't, then that would have been a whole different story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that's just
Yeah,
yeah.
man. That's a yeah. Yeah. And it's great, and here's the thing, like when it comes to women, man, when it comes to the reality, like it's one of those things, like it's so simple. A lot of guys just completely will completely overthink them, like the reality, like
Yeah,
we just
yeah,
completely overthink
yeah,
it. Like there's got to be some
yeah,
magical reason of why they do it, and no, it's usually something very
yeah.
simple. Yeah, man. But yeah,
I'm gonna explain how I got into red pill.
okay.
So, ain't I'm gonna tell you a funny story. When I first saw you, man, you kind of scared me a little bit. Not because when you're more calm now, but when you in your older videos, you were like, you was really masculine.
I was loud, right?
Yeah, you was mad, you was loud and rough. The first video I ever saw you was that when you were covering Brittany Renner.
Oh, that was
When
when I
she
was a
made
kid. Okay, yeah.
yeah. That's the first. Yeah, I'm like, man, this guy, he's. But I liked it. But I was a little scared. I was like, oh, snap. But yeah, man. How I got into it is now how I got into it is not like every other dude. I was not mad at women.
Mm-hmm.
I was not mad. I just found it extremely interesting because low key, I always found psychology interesting because I think my dad used to take psychology classes,
Okay.
and he used to tell me about psychology and all that. So I used to find it kind of interesting, studying like the human mind and all that. I found, and I still do. So that's how I got into it. I found, how women think. I found all that interesting. It kind of they had an interest to it. So I was like, you know what, this is something I'm going to follow because it's interesting. But yeah, man, that's how I got into it. Watching your videos and finding interest in all that female psychology, and it is, man. But it's interesting. But the problem with men is that they gotta get over that whole being mad at women, man. Like they gotta get over that.
Yeah.
That's something they gotta get over, man. Because when studying a woman is interesting, it is. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it is interesting. But the problem with the black film, man, that whole you can be mad all day long at a woman, but that's not gonna. All that's gonna do is give her more attention.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, good attention is good attention, and bad attention is good attention. As long as it's attention, it don't matter if she's getting it. It doesn't matter. It's just attention. So how you make her mad, I guess, is you just ignore her, man. Just don't pay her any attention.
Yeah.
That's how you really get them upset, man. This whole mad, that's just wasting time.
And that like the anger at woman, like my opinion on
That's
that
stupid.
is okay when somebody's like genuinely mad at women type of thing. Like that shit is okay. I think the deeper reality behind that is, and this is just my opinion of it, is
Yeah.
secretly the guy does not want to accept that two things, that he is ultimate, okay, that he either he has to be the ultimate leader or the whole thing's not going to work to be actually respected by that woman. and two, he's afraid to truly be alone and then accept that. I think
Right,
that's
right,
where
right,
that
right,
the
right,
anger.
right,
It's a mixture of the two.
right, right.
And
Yeah,
then and
he's
then
afraid to because America, man, and I grew up. You know, I was like you. I was always a little bit red pill. Now I didn't know what it was. Just like this, I was in the same boat. I didn't know what red pill. I didn't know what that shit was when I was younger.
yeah.
But I always was a little bit red pill. But what the fuck? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the here, especially here in America, men have grown since we were born, and you know, watching Disney, we were brought up to worship women in any kind of way. It don't matter. It doesn't. We were just brought up to worship women,
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
whether it's through and to take in any type of disrespect or attitude, or if she hits you, you can't hit her back. We were taught this since we were little boys
Yeah.
how to do this. So most men, like you said this before, most men don't get out of that. They stay stuck in that to the grave until they die.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where that whole seeking validation from a womb comes, because we were brought up to be like, hey, you know, like me, you know, love me, like me. I like you, so you should like me, type of thing. And you know, at some point you have to get out of that. But some men, they just don't. They just don't get out of that. They just stay stuck there until they die.
Yeah, because it's easier, you know, it's
Yeah,
easier to stay stuck in it because, you know, on top of staying stuck in it, and well, you know, along with being stuck in it, you know, it's just easier to let your mind go on cruise control because, like you said, movies are always going to show the guy risking everything for this woman just because he
exactly,
wants to fuck her. You know, then you got
exactly.
Valentine's Day, and then you know, then the pressure of you know, every time you look on Instagram or social media, some of this everybody's always trying to post. Either it's a woman posting a picture being beautiful that she's some prize you're supposed to get, or people talk about how they, you know, how they're not losers because they have a spouse, which that totally does
Yeah,
not make you, you know, a winner just because you have a spouse.
yeah, yeah. It's American. It's American. This country is pathetic, man. Like if you really look at it, man, it's just American bullshit, man. I always say this, man. As a man, you don't have to worry about none of that stuff. Just focus on something that you like to do. And
Mm-hmm.
if somebody doesn't like it, then oh well,
Yeah,
that's too bad. But just focus on something that you don't have to have a girlfriend. There's no need for that. Girlfriend for what?
yeah,
You know, just focus on something that you like to do. You know, that's
right.
it.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But
that.
yeah, man,
Huh?
we were fed that at like young ages, man. Because I was too. I'm not gonna lie, I was, and I sort of. I'm gonna say this. I sort of fell for it a little bit, but I don't know. I was young, so I was a kid, so I didn't know what to believe, what to. I was just focused on toys, so I didn't know. But
Mm-hmm.
I sort of fell into that whole like worship women. I did, but as I got older, I started to weed away from that because I started to not care about stuff like that. I didn't. I started to just focus on me and not care about stuff like that. So I just got off that. But yeah, man, some dudes they don't either they don't wake up for me or they wake up for me when it's too late.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
When they already in something that that they can't get out of. Man. But yeah.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
How are the women over there, man? In Europe, Prague, and all that.
Well, in Czech Republic, Czech Ch- Czech bitches. I mean, they usually like they're gonna be at minimum good looking. Most of them when they're younger, they're
Right.
at minimum gonna like that whole being fat shit. That's just not a thing over here. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you'll still see some fat people from time to time, but it's nowhere near. It's like the opposite, like of it being in the U.S. Of an average place in the U.S. But it's more about uh the what happened with the country and their history and how the people are because of their country's well, like anywhere really. But so like communism was here for a while, and from what the brief studies that I did about communism, like when countries get out of communism, like the people are like always a little mentally off when communism is over in that country, and it takes a long time. So with that being said, like the people here can be very like a horse, like the horse, how they put the mirrors on the horse's eyes, like they're
Yeah.
just very, they could be very fucking like just this way and cold, which some people complain about it. I mean, there's good and bad in that because I like to be ignored sometimes, so I don't mind it. But when it comes to girls, man, like it's kind of, well, it's pretty much a similar thing anywhere except for the language barrier sometimes. But you like anywhere, you will have a much easier time if you already know people and you go out versus if you go out alone. I mean, you can still pull bitches when you're alone too, though. But also, you got a lot of you got a lot of people traveling in and out, so that's always well, coronavirus fucked a lot of it up. There was a guy who flew out here he was here last month. We went out, and luckily we went to this one place where there was some people who traveled that was coming in and out, and we met some. There was a couple girls in there we talked to. There's, some other girls, they was there. It was you had, I don't know. That's just a whole long story. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But answer your question. Once you got the swing of things, you would find it much easier over here than any place in North America. Any place.
Yeah, man. I believe that. I believe that 100% because the women here, whew, and I want to touch on this fat phobic. What do you think about that? Like the fat phobic shit, all that bullshit.
Is that what America's using now? Fat phobic?
Yeah, all that. Yeah,
okay.
that shit. Yeah, fat phobic shit. What do you think about that?
Well, it's just okay. What my opinion on it is, woman's eternal goal is to find more comfort. Woman does not like challenge unless she doesn't. Now she'll compete with other women to look cute, but she's doing that out of her biological need to compete with a higher protector. But at the core, woman just wants more comfort. And this fat phobic thing is, if I don't even know if I had to guess what it is. They're let's just say like shaming men for not wanting to date fat bitches. If I had to guess, is that what it is? Okay, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, think like you dumb bitches. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So.
Yeah. You gotta put yourself in a woman's brain in order to get the gist of it, man. You gotta think like them.
Yeah. So it's just a way for them to be able to get away with more and still get whatever benefits they get in life for just being a woman. That's all.
Man. Well, and I think that's too. But what I think it is because you said this before. A woman's whole desire is to get more attention and validation. That's her whole goal. Once she succeeds that goal, it's like she won the lotto. But every woman, it don't matter how fat or ugly, every woman's goal is to get more attention. And what I think it is most men. There are some men who do like fat women. I'm not saying they don't, but most men don't like a big woman, man. I know I don't. So I think they're just mad because they're not getting the attention they would get if they were skinny or if they were fit or something like that, or if they had big tits or something like that,
Yeah.
But that's what I think. Or it could be just, the men they want and want them because they're fat. I think it's just an attention thing. So it's
Yeah.
attention thing, man.
Yeah. Everything about a woman it's going to come back to those two things. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's an attention thing. Because I noticed, because Old Navy had this body equality thing, and I noticed how it's only women. Now, from my understanding, ain't body equality supposed to be for men too that are fat?
Oh yeah, they don't care about that. Yeah,
they don't care. They don't care about us. And I noticed that they don't care about no men, man. It's only about women. That's America for you, man. I'm telling you, this country is crazy, man. Hey, ain't gonna lie, AD, I kind of want to go where you at, man. I'm getting tired of America, man. Just a lot of shit going on here, man.
Yeah, as soon I'm gonna let you go in a minute 'cause I got another caller waiting. But I got to,
Right.
yeah, I got another. I'm gonna take a bathroom break after him. But yeah, so, as soon as you leave, from what I hear, Canada is just is if anything worse. As soon as you leave those two
Yeah.
areas and you get the fuck out, you just being from America is gonna get you better attention. It's better,
Yeah.
just better, just a better quality of life dealing with a woman. It's gonna get you that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's too much because it's like a woman can be fat and she gets all this praise and oh, it's gonna be okay, you just big. But if a man is fat and he's a slob, he's disgusting, he's a pig, he's broke, he's a bum, you get all these mean comments, man. It's like it should be the same, but that's I'm not even mad because that's just America. That's just what it is.
Yeah, because
Double
women
standard.
don't understand the actual definition of equality. They don't
Nah,
understand
of
what the
course not.
definition of equality means. Yeah, but yeah, I'm
Nah,
gonna let you go.
because
Huh?
Oh, I was gonna say because they don't understand it because they only want equality when it benefits them.
Yeah.
When it's in their benefit, they're gonna get it. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up off of stuff and shut the hell up.
Okay. Wait, no, you good, man. Yeah, but it was great talking to you, man. Thanks for calling in again, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. No problem. Love your content, man.
Thanks a
Keep
lot.
it
Man.
up.
All right, see
All
you.
right.
Okay, so R, I have you. I can't tell. Let's see, click more. Have R in the. Oh, so it's connect the audio. Okay, so I'm gonna let him get that technical difficulty figured out. We should hear him as soon as he gets on. But yeah, so okay, here we go. I hear something.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, how's it going, man?
Oh, it's good. I'm doing good.
Word up,
Man,
word.
it's been a long time since I've been on this.
Yeah.
I've been working.
Oh yeah. Let me start the video.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've
here we
been
go.
working.
Where you at? You in Japan?
Hell nah, that's just the hat I got. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just ordered it. Everybody asks me the same question. I live in Florida. Everybody asks me, what is that? They call me Ronin. Every time
Word
I
up.
call me Ronin.
Right on. Cool. So you down
But I
in
didn't know
Florida?
what
Man, what the fuck? What the fuck is it like? Every time I talk to somebody in Florida, like it was usually somebody I grew up with, and like they always try to like flaunt Florida, like I live in Florida type of shit. Like,
Nah, Florida's the butt of all the jokes. I don't claim it like that.
yeah.
They call Florida man. They try. I don't know why they try Florida all the time, but a lot of bad stuff happens in Florida. I guess I don't know. On the news, that is.
How much is rent down? I never even looked in the rent down there. How much it cost? How much does it
It's
cost?
like 1,300, and that's just normal. That's just regular.
That's regular. Okay.
Regular. That's regular.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you want a good place, it's like 1,800 to 2,000.
Okay. Yeah, I was only in Jacksonville, man. I was only in Jacksonville, and I was there for like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But
That's not really that. That's Florida. But when everybody talks about Florida, you talk about Miami, Fort Lauderdale,
yeah.
or this city in between Fort Lauderdale and Miami called Hollywood.
Okay.
No, it's not really. I don't understand why people ain't talking about Hollywood, but like it's literally the city in between Miami and Fort Lauderdale. The Hard Rock Casino is there, but it's funny when they do shows at the Hard Rock Casino, they call it Miami.
Okay.
They don't call it Hollywood.
Okay.
But-
So are you a native there? You a native in Florida?
No, I'm from California, but my parents are from one's from Barbados and one's from Jamaica.
Okay.
So I'm a first generation American right now.
Okay. Word up.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
I just called in. I didn't know what the topic was or, anything like that.
Oh man, we just chilling. Okay. So you in Florida? Tell me what the dating game is like down there, And like is it really a lot of a lot of Spanish bitches, like Dominican Republic bitches, shit like that down there?
Yeah. See, it's funny what you say. Yes, but it's funny, like, all the ethnicities live in certain cities and certain towns. And those towns and cities are known for that ethnicity. So like all the Indians from India,
Yeah.
they're over this place called Sterling area. Then you got the Jews that's over Sheridan and this, and in the west side of Hollywood. And then you got the blacks, the island blacks, they live in this place called Miramar, which is Island Drive. And so everything's kind of segregated. It's funny. It's like segregated on purpose though. Like they choose to do this.
What?
It's not like
that seems to be an American thing though, man. Like
right.
now that I'm looking back, cause like over here, like this is what I be trying to tell my girl, cause over here, okay, in the US we separate a lot on race,
Right.
ethnicity. Whereas like over here it's more about they don't even if anything it's about money and the cost. But even here it's like the area they just don't do it. Like it's hard to explain, man. They just don't do it like that over here. Like so for example, because I tell people back in the US over here, like so people who watching they can't see, they can just see me, but I can see you. So
okay.
So in the US, so it's like it's black people, white people, Spanish people, and you automatically think like separate shit, right? In America. Whereas like over here, it's more about what country you from. So like if you come from a rich country, what people would call a rich country, then it's like, oh well, the skin color really don't matter. That motherfucker, he's from, X, he's from UK, US.
XYZ.
Yeah, he's from there. And then we'll deal with all the, can he speak our language? We'll deal with all that later. Whereas like if you come from, because as a matter of fact, I've been meaning to post this on Patreon of an example, because somebody wrote in a Facebook expats group. They were living in a shared flat with like 2 or 3 other people, right? And the person, they didn't know what to do. They wrote to Facebook saying, I need help. One of my roommates always comes and steals things out of my room. He eats the food. He's just doing whatever he wants. And he tried telling the landlord, and the landlord replied saying, "Oh, he's from a rich country. He would never do that to you." Like, doesn't believe him, right? And I reply like, "Yo, like I'm from America, so like I'm on the benefit of that." But like I think that's fucked up. Like the fact that I can go do I can do that shit to you because you might be from fucking Romania or something, and they'll take my side because my passport says America on it.
Oh.
See, like I don't take advantage of that. I mean, I could take advantage of that shit, but I don't, because that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah. The number one crime in this city is robbery.
Okay.
Burglary. Home invasion. That's funny that you say he stole something from his roommate when that's basically the culture of South Florida. That's crazy. The number one thing in Florida, South Florida, is robbery. Number one.
People
home invasion, number one.
Breaking into
That's
your
number
place.
one crime.
Yo, man.
They steal from the workplace. They steal from man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Sticky fingers all the time. It's crazy. It's wild.
You gotta be brave.
But
I don't even know how to handle that shit. Huh?
You gotta kind of get used to it. You gotta be very not secretive with your stuff. That's not the word I'm looking for, secretive. You gotta be very aware of your belongings and always keep track of your belongings. It's crazy. It's crazy. But other than that, it's nice. It's the weather is perfect. The weather is amazing. And it's funny because you remember Florida is a port. It's a peninsula. So if it's a peninsula, all the boats come in from we're a cesspool. The ethnicities in South Florida is a cesspool.
Sure.
Haitians, Dominicans, just every people from Africa, every ethnicity is in South Florida.
Okay.
That's not even an exaggeration. So when you said which ethnicities, all of them are here.
Okay.
All
Okay.
of them are here.
Sure.
For real.
So, well, how would you compare the weather down there to California? Because how would you compare the weather there to California?
It's better because here we have the oceans, and the oceans provide the wind. So we always have wind. You know what I mean? Even when it's hot like this, it's hot.
Okay.
We still have wind. We always have wind.
Sure.
And so it always takes away from the heat.
Yeah.
But in Cali, it's more dry heat. It's almost like Arizona, but not. It's a little bit more because they have an ocean, but it's not like how Florida is. Because Florida, we getting hit from the west, from the east, from the south with the wind.
Sure.
When in Cali, it's only coming from the west side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One direction.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy, man. Yeah. So what's
What you were saying about the women, the funny thing is that the dating thing. See me, I have a female I have my girl for like 6 years, so I've been out of that game for 6 years strong.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to go back because that thing. Yo, it is. I feel sorry for my brothers. I feel sorry for my cousins. I feel sorry for, you know what I mean? I just feel sorry for my family members, dog, because some of my family members, they don't have a woman, and they still in the dating scene, and they're telling me these stories of how these girls. I'm like, yo, man, yo. It's crazy. Yeah. I don't understand why the women are acting the way they're acting, but it's really sad when you think about it.
Yeah, man. And then, hey, you say you've been with her for 6 years, man. I remember when so when I first came out here, I met my ex-wife on online dating, and yeah, within like 3 weeks, I had moved in with her, and because I was a foreigner, I had nowhere else to go. I mean, I could have stayed in my hotel, but I just moved. She had a big house, so I just moved in there. But I tried online dating lately. I just went in just because I forgot I even had the shit on my phone. I went in. Now the girls don't even stay on there. They just put their Instagram link in it, and you're supposed to message them on there. They don't even check the apps anymore. They don't do it. But when I came here, they was doing it. 5 years ago, they was doing it. So right. I'm out. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like I wouldn't know what. I would just go out to just bars or wherever and just meet motherfuckers. I probably at this point, if I was trying to meet a girl, I'd probably just go get a job, like a job somewhere. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what I do. I'm with you. Because I've been with my girl now for about 2 years, about a year, almost 2 years. Then I was married like right before that.
Right.
I don't even know. I'm with you. I wouldn't even know what to do.
I wouldn't. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here, yo. Oh my goodness. I think I blame social media really because when you think about it, when social media started coming of age, that's when all the fuckery started happening, really.
Oh, yeah. It went wild. Yeah. All this. Yeah. When it became easy, when it became easy for bitches, when it became easy and colorful for bitches to get on the internet, that's when all these problems happened. Instagrams and shit, that's when it all fell apart, man. But I mean, now I'm thinking about it. If I was going to go meet a girl, because now I'm thinking, because I did the whole university thing, man. Let's say like if my girl started tripping or whatever the fuck, and I was alone and I was trying to go meet somebody, I would go try to go teach at a school, teach at a university or something like that. Or go frequent libraries from time to time, some shit like that. That's about the only place.
It's funny you say that because I used to go to the University of Florida, right? And in the University of Florida, there's people that come to the campus, right? The people that come to the campus is not part of the school. They call them locals.
We say it again?
The people that come to the schoolhouse, but they don't go to the school, they call them locals.
Okay. So it's okay for people to go hang out that don't go to the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See now in Ohio, when I was in school in Ohio, man. Now here I'm sure that because out here, they don't care like in the States. But when out in the States, it had got. I was going to a school to a community college named Sinclair Community College. Then I went to a black college named Wilberforce. Then I went to University of Dayton. And this was around the time, when crime started to get a little wild, and the schools were in the inner city. Well, Wilberforce was out, far out, but University of Dayton and Sinclair, they were in the city. So there was starting, and heroin this is when heroin got real bad in Ohio. It's still bad there now.
I heard about that, yeah.
And the
opioid crisis too.
Yeah. The whole they doing fentanyl, because one of my friends, he got hooked on that shit. He's working through it now, but he got hooked on it. But because it had gotten so bad, man. It was one of them things. It was like out of every, like it had got so bad. Either you were doing it or somebody you knew was doing it. It got that bad.
Remember in Ohio, the main university. Remember the football players got in trouble for using the fake weed over there.
I didn't know
too.
That. Okay.
Yeah. They all got for the fake, because they couldn't smoke weed, so they used I forgot the spice.
Yeah.
Spice.
Yeah.
They used spice. Yeah, and the whole team got kicked off the team. Like it was crazy scandal, yo.
Yeah. Because drugs had gotten real. Pretty much when I had started going up there, that's when a lot of it happened. But locals could not go hang out at universities in Ohio. Like they wouldn't let you. So they would do random checks to see if you had your ID card, because they didn't know they didn't want like local motherfuckers hanging out.
Oh wow!
So we couldn't do
That's
that.
not like U.S. is open season. It's open season up there.
Okay, yeah. We didn't do that. And University of Dayton had rich kids going there, so they them rich parents didn't want their kids mingling with those inner city folks, so they didn't stop that shit real quick.
But it's the way they said it. It wasn't nice. It was condescending. You feel me?
Okay.
Like, oh, those are the locals.
Oh,
okay. You see me? Yeah, that's how they referred. I never referred to them like I wouldn't do that because I feel weird. Like, nah, that's kind of racist. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way you calling them locals and you're turning up your nose and
looking
stuff.
Down at them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Word up, man. Well, yeah. I don't know if what else you got? What else is on your mind? What's going on?
Well, shoot, man. Not really, nothing much, man. I'm just glad that what I'm saying you're doing your thing. I'm glad your YouTube page is doing your thing, man. And I'm here to support you, man, forever, man. Like real talk, man. I'm not even exaggerating, bro. Even though I don't even though I might not show up on the talk when you get the emails right away and stuff, because I be busy and stuff. Okay. But I'm not taking after that Patreon. I'm on it, yo. I'm on it.
Well, thanks
so
a lot,
I just wanted
man.
to give you your respects. You feel me? And keep doing what you're doing, man. I love it, man. Real talk.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'll let you go. I'll let you get back to your day, man.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
all right. Peace, man. Bless, man.
See you, man. Bye. Okay, so where we at? Let me see. Here. All right. Always got great callers, man. Always got a great caller. Hey, Mr. Smith. Glad to call the live stream. Oh, wait. Just got 40 minutes. Whenever I hear Spice, I think Dune. I've never seen Dune. I've seen the movie just came. I think the movie came out, Dune. I think the movie just came out, and I heard it was a great movie. I've never seen the original one. Divorce. So Art McCarthy says divorce cost me around $500,000 in tax-free child support. Damn. That's crazy. These fucking flies. It's late, y'all. It's like out here. It's nighttime. I never do my girl. She always come over and makes the bed up. I never make the bed up. I bought these winter socks. They was like $10 at the grocery store. And it has the fluffy warmness. Oh, I keep looking at the wrong camera. I'm looking at. About these. I never make my bed up. I've always been awful with that shit, man. Like I've always been terrible at making my bed. I've never done it. Well, no, let me take that back. I was dating one Asian girl, and she taught me a secret years ago. She taught me a secret with making a bed. She would keep the bed made, but then have this one blanket on top of the bed. So when you wanted to go to sleep, you just pull that blanket up and sleep on that, and sleep on the bed that's just made. So that way, like, I guess if if somebody come over or something, you could just take that above blanket off, and the bed's just sitting there made all the time. That was it. So I used to always do that in my bed when I was in Ohio. But out here in Europe, they don't, like, I'm sure they do have it, but like they do this like the bed's usually like cut in half, so like the covers are cut in half too. So it's like two separate covers. And I just don't keep up with that shit out here, man. I just don't do it. The book was good, Dune. I want to look at that shit, man, because I keep hearing them. I keep coming across Dune on YouTube. Comforter sheet, yeah. I lost something. I use a bathroom. I'll be right back. Taking a break. I don't even know if this is gonna play with sound, because like I said, this is Streamlabs fucking shit up. So I think this is gonna play with sound. We gonna find out right now. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you wanna be like me and have rich men wanna fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayavayava, and I can teach you how to have rich men wanna fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you wanna be like me and have rich men wanna fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayavayava, and I can teach you how to have rich men wanna fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. All right, we back. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Could y'all hear that? Common law marriage. Oh, yeah, that's what I be telling people, man. Common law, yeah. I used to talk about that before. I don't know if y'all can hear that, because I can't. Like I said, I'm still working on Streamlabs. It said the volume was playing, but I don't know if y'all can hear the ad. But yeah, common law marriage. Y'all can hear that? Okay, because I couldn't hear it on my end. I could just see it, and I could see the volume thing going up. But y'all be telling motherfuckers about, yo, watch out for that common law marriage. That common law marriage will fuck. If bitches will do that, okay? Is in the U.S. What was it? Because I forgot. Because if they just get mail sent, it's almost damn near the same thing like like being a squatter or some shit like that. It's almost like that. Like if they get mail sent there for like at least 30 days or something or like 6 months, or y'all been together for like at least, if she can prove that y'all been there together, you don't even have to marry her. It'll be recognized as common law marriage. Like y'all was already married, except actually y'all just didn't have a wedding. Oh, y'all can hear it? Okay, yeah. But that common law marriage will fuck you up. And you ain't even see that shit coming. You be like, what? Art McCarty says, I'm also talking about if you are outside if you are outside the US and move to the US. Oh yeah, for the guys outside the US, yeah. Hey, oh yo, King Riches, what's up, man? What yo? I just see. I hope I keep forgetting. I keep making this window too small. Because, yeah, I keep fucking this up. And I got this dock to hook it up to this TV and I keep forgetting to use it. King Riches is in the building. Heard about falling. You sent me a message on Word. Oh, I'm using my phone as my camera right now, so I can't even check it. My bad, King Riches. About Billy. Word, yeah, but my phone, I can't check my phone. I'm using it as my camera. I'm gonna check it as soon as it's over though. But word, King Riches is in the building, man. Alexander Wall says, if you are from the U.S. and you get a girl pregnant overseas, does she have a rights to the USA now? Well, yeah. If okay. So Alexander Wallace had, and this is a worldwide thing. Well, most okay. Okay, for those of y'all who don't know, there's this dude, this Irish dude. He's doing 25 years in prison in Abu Dhabi or Dubai or some shit because they caught him with a vape pen, and vape pens are highly illegal out there, and he didn't know. No, actually, it was his friends. His friend left the vape pen in his car, and the police was like monitoring their text messages, and they came and arrested him and gave that 25-year-old Irish dude 25 years in prison for having a vape pen. I just wanted to share that story. Go look that shit. It's like 24, 25 years in prison. Go look that shit up. That's crazy. But Alex, usually how this works is, okay, wherever you from, if you have a kid, that kid always, your kid always has a way in there, and the mother will always have a connection. She will always have a right for the rest of her life, unless she does something real fucked up, like sells government secrets to fucking Putin or some shit like that. She will always have a right to go into that country. Always. And the same vice versa. So if you have a kid with a woman and she's in fucking Argentina, you will always have a legal right to get a passport in that country. That's how it works. If I want to say all countries, that's how once you that family bond, because there's motherfuckers in the world who do that, like that. That's what they do. It's motherfuckers in the world. They travel to different countries and put babies in that country. That way they have access to all the benefits in that country. So guys will pregnate a French bitch, Japanese bitches, fucking bitches down in Australia. Once you have that baby, once that baby's born, you have that baby and with that woman, like both y'all have the rights to all that shit now, because people like there's people like legit do that for real. So that's why in the U.S. when you see like them well, it used to be years ago. When you see them real fat fucked up bitches, and they be fucking with like a foreign dude who trying to stay in the country, that dude will just, his whole goal is to get her pregnant so he can stay in the country. And so he'll always have a legal right. Like that, the most powerful way to get rights to a country is just to have a baby with a woman, or if you're the other way around, or the woman has a baby with you. The second way to just completely override, which is usually it's going to be a way of connecting a family. The number one kill all is to just have a baby. The second step to kill all is to get married. All right. Then after that, relationship status, and after that, I say work visa. Work visa is like the lowest. I mean, the work visa is good, but it's like the lowest one because you could always you just lose a job. I met a dude. He sold me this. This is a doc from my MacBook. I just ran out of time on Zoom. He just it is his doc, and he was from Serbia, and he told me his life story. That motherfucker. I'm gonna put him on. I'm gonna try to get him on live stream. That motherfucker is exactly like Nico from Grand Theft Auto 4. Them motherfuckers exist. And we clicked. And I don't know why I click so well with people who had rough lives. Like, I don't know why. I've always had that ability. Like, but here's the thing. Like, I grew up in the suburbs. I didn't grow up in the hood. I used to go to the hood every summer, but I didn't grow up down there. I had food. I had plenty of food and water every night. Right? I never went hungry. But for some reason, I always just click with motherfuckers. Like, especially when they had rough lives. He was talking about like, his parents dead. He on his own. He was telling me about the wages. He from Serbia. He said the wages out there are just ridiculous. So he says about 1,000-kilometer drive from here to there. I didn't know it was that close. I thought Serbia was like far, far. But he sold me this, and we was just talking about all this shit. By the train stop where I met him. He's driving a nice car too. We was talking about the realities, like motherfuckers don't see when he was humping to buy that car. Like he was working his ass off to get that car. Oh, we did a collaborate, yeah. We did a collaboration a long time ago. I'm just so bad with talking to motherfuckers and writing and texting and shit sometimes. AD, where'd I find a link to call it? It's on Patreon. But I'm ready off here, man, because it's getting late and I don't want to be that loud neighbor next door. And I ran out of time on Zoom in anyway. I'm ready to get out of here in a minute, man. I don't want to be that loud. It's 9:42 p.m. here now. And like I said, about a couple live streams ago, I was telling my girl, like, yeah, I felt real bad because I was being loud. And I don't want to be that loud. I don't want to be that neighbor that's just loud at night. Motherfuckers be going to work all day. And here, my dumb ass over here just loud talking into a camera for 3 hours straight. Motherfuckers be like, that motherfucker's talking again. Trying to get some sleep. Motherfuckers probably hate me. I'm ready off here in like 15 minutes. Yo, Taurus 24/7, how's it going? Yeah, I do a collaboration with King Richie. I don't know if he's still in here, but yeah, I do it. I think we talked about it a while back. I get on spurts of like being great with communication. That is be awful with it, man. Like, cause I gotta tell y'all, man. Like I just find like an overwhelming. Like I'm glad I'm not. Like I really hope I don't get famous. Like famous. Like. I hope I don't want to do a Netflix special or no shit like that. I'll reject it. I'll reject, like, if I were to ever get like famous, I would reject a lot of shit. I'd be that dude because I do not want to be like, I don't need, like, I'm happy being alone. Like I am just like I will just get lost in being alone and be completely happy. Like I just get lost in it. Like next thing I know, it'd be 3 weeks in past and shit. Like, my dad texts me, you okay? Like, fucking, yeah. He'll text me, you know today's your birthday, right? Like, no, I didn't even know it was my birthday. He's done that a few years. I just get lost in just being alone with my own thoughts and shit and just chilling. But then I think back to what the philosopher Alan Watts said, you know, you can like it's not good to do that too long because then all you got is your own thoughts. And you can't learn more by you know, seeing or reading or hearing other people's perspectives. Like for real, like that's the only reason why I keep social media is just so I can, you know, it's pretty much like my news, but in a different way. It's my news in the sense of seeing what's going on in the world and what motherfuckers are doing now type of shit. Like that's like I use social media for that. And then to check like these foreign expat groups to check on the news in the city and because it'll be written in English on there. And that's why I keep social media. I started watching these live streams more often. I enjoyed it. Oh, thanks, Cameron. Thanks a lot, man. I'm the same way when it comes to being alone. Forget my birthday and everyone cares about my birthday but me. Yeah, but I can just get lost in being alone, man. And yeah. And sometimes my girl, she be calling, worrying about me, coming over randomly. You all right? Like, I didn't know if you was all right or not. Like, I just get lost in it, man. But yeah, back to Alexander's question. Oh yeah, about Bill. Hold on, King Richard said, yeah. What about Billy? Yeah, I'm gonna check that shit. Like I said, I'm on my camera's on my phone, so I can't look at it right now. I hooked the phone up to. It's not my cause here. Hang on, let me see if y'all can see it. Yeah, so this is my laptop, and it's hooked up. Well, I can't even move the phone. It's hooked up through the phone right now. That's why that yellow line keeps focusing on me. Did I shake it? Fuck you, iPhone. Fuck you, Apple. I'm here. No, I'm not. I'm here. But yeah, man. But yeah, back if you are from the U.S. get a girl pregnant overseas, does she have rights to the USA? Yep. Yeah, Alexander, she does. She totally does. And okay, here's the thing. On top of that, she gonna know you from America, man. She okay, I could say okay, but because we talk a few times, man. She'll hear it in your accent that by the time you done said a couple th words and and how you gonna say that I'm American R's? Oh yeah, she gonna know you from America, bro. She gonna know because we don't hear our accent, all right? Because like we Americans, we don't have an accent. We don't think we have an accent. No, we got an accent. Motherfuckers know you as soon as you start talking. They know you from America, right? We don't secret. Now, I like to play with people. I remember one time, I was in the center because I forgot. Oh, I did. This is when I was first looking into teaching at Charles University, and I just kind of said, "Fuck that shit," because I ain't feel like doing all that. All that. I don't like talking to people that much sometimes. So I said, "Fuck it," and I went to this bar in the center. It's outside, not a bar. It's like an outside restaurant, but you drink beers and shit. And this group. It's like 3 couples that came together. They were, as soon as they walk, like they're American because they're loud and how they speak. Usually the loud ones are usually the loud ones in the center are going to be Russians, Americans, or people from the UK when they're loud like that. Usually it's just going to be one of those 3. And I can hear them talk. I was like, yeah, they're American. But I like to fuck with people. I like to fuck with Americans before they know I'm American, right? So they was talking, and I, because they speak in English, and I speak English. We all know that, and it's a given. So they look at me, and the wife, she goes, "Hey, do we how do we pay for beers? Do we go inside and pay first? Do we stay out here?" And I just start fucking with her. I just stared at her. I gave her one of them foreigner stares, like one of them, and it went. Susan, everybody here doesn't speak English. He probably doesn't know what you're saying. Allie was like, I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm playing. So I like to fuck with motherfuckers, because they don't know what. That's the beauty about being in Europe. If you like to be ignored, you can just disappear, and you can disappear some places over here, and just act like you don't know whatever language they speaking, and they will believe it. They'll believe it. Just pretend like you don't understand them. They don't know where you from. That is a beautiful part about Europe. In America, there's a 98% chance that motherfucker knows some English. All right, in America, anywhere in America. But over here in Europe, it's not that same thing. You can pretend like you don't know language, and they'll believe it. But we ended up buying each other a bunch of drinks all night. They was cool. My siblings from the U.S. tease me about my Canadian accent. Oh, or I don't know much about Canada. They say Canada in Czech. That's how they pronounce it, and spell it with a K. Have harem with Japanese girls. Word. COVID made me antisocial as hell. Damn, Blake, that's gangster. I remember you talking about waiting at least 5 minutes before you text a girl. Is the same rule still apply, or should you wait? I'll say yeah. Wait about okay. Because here's if you write her right back, man. Here's the thing: if you write her right directly back, that can be seen. Okay, there are some girls who wouldn't mind it. But I would say overall, you'll be much more safe, especially in the beginning. Like if y'all ain't like moved in and all that shit, all that yet. In the beginning, you always better off waiting like 5 to 6, 7 minutes before you write her back. And I'm gonna tell you why. All right, because as men, another hard thing, and which was hard for me to understand, is how powerful my actions are in the world. To any woman's perspective, right? Like just by me being a man, how powerful. Just like okay, like for example, like your father, I still remember being a kid and being scared if my dad got mad, type of thing. And looking back, like he was just a dude. He was just a homie like me. You know what I'm saying? He's just hanging out and like, why he getting scared? Because I yelled, like you know what I'm saying. But when you're in that, when you're of that a woman/child mentality. A guy getting mad or a guy's actions have a lot of weight to him, you see. And I remember being in these female groups, and we were talking about it. Not it was a female group. I remember one time we were sitting outside a fireplace at one of the guys I used to tutor with in college. And he had his girlfriend, and we were talking about these things, these differences and realities, and blah 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 blah. And women are genuinely like, if a man raises his voice, women genuinely get terrified. And it's something I just never really thought about. We were all talking about it one night. Like, women genuinely get terrified. But it's just our actions. Women are very weak, soft creatures. So if you, going back to the main topic, when you write her or text her back too quick, right? That's putting pressure on her to say something back. Because like I say all the time, women are not interesting. Okay, women are not interesting. They're not truly, genuinely likable nor interesting. Okay, so when you write her, it's too quickly. Some women are okay with it, but more times than not, if you write her back too quickly, it's putting her in a position of feeling like she has to. It's putting pressure on her to live up and respond equally back. You see, it's putting that pressure, and it's not comfortable. Unless, maybe you're like a well-to-do guy and she knows it and that's what she's looking for. That could work. But overall, I'd say giving her time, giving her, at least a few minutes, so she doesn't feel like she has to write back, it will benefit you in many more ways than one on why that would benefit you. So I would say, especially in the beginning, wait a solid 5 to 6, 7 minutes before you write her back. Thanks, Mendiv. I don't know how to say that. Art McCarthy. Divorce is such a huge industry in New York that lawyers demand $5,000 in cash up front. Oh, and the woman gets a free lawyer if they claim abuse. Oh my God, I didn't know that, man. That's fucking crazy, Art McCarthy. Yeah, $5,000 in cash up front. Yo, now I know how to move out of countries. I'll just leave the country and hey, find me. You better get the sniffing, get your hound dog. You better come find me. I will. Because I was thinking about disappearing into like Budapest a few times. Just try it out. Just disappear. Just don't talk to nobody. Just bye. And now I'm in a position like mentally I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with just getting up and moving. Like, yo, if shit got that bad, you gotta find me. Because I am not scared to leave this country. I am not scared to leave America. I am not scared to leave Czech Republic. I will disappear in a second. You better find me if you want something from me. Okay, well, you got my number? You don't have my number? Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. You better get the sniffing. Find me, son. We do something. I will disappear. Awesome answer, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, Daniel. Taurus 170. Yes, even though they have their phone glued to their hand, give them space to respond. Yeah, give them. Yeah, because it's multiple reasons why that works. It's definitely multiple reasons why that's going to work. Because one, it's just the pressure to feel like they have to, reply and then be equal to you. Two, if you're replying that quick, you'll start to drift into, well, why is he writing you back so fast? Does he not have anybody else? Does he not have a life? Does he not have something else to do? Why is he text me back? Because at the core, like, woman knows she's not worth much. Okay, she knows it, but as society pushes it on us, and we want a girlfriend and all that. She is the thing to be caught, and woman does want to be caught. But she doesn't want to be the fucking primary thing to be caught. So think about it in terms of maybe hunting for shit for your apartment. And your apartment has nothing in it. You not hunting for a woman first and you ain't even got a bed or a TV and shit. Like I say, woman wants to be that fucking knife in the drawer that don't even have a use. You know what I'm saying? It's way too big for everything you got. But you keep it around because it's nice and it might look a little nice. That's the position woman wants. She wants to be off. And then she'll try to fake like she wants to be number one, to test your ego and shit like that. But she wants to be that fucking. Okay, this is what one wants to be in your life. Woman wants I'll be right back. I don't even know what kind of knife this is. Cause I'm not. Let me see. Y'all can see me. Yeah. So I don't even know what kind of knife this is. Let me see. Does it? It's a germ. This is a Zwilling knife, right? And I got it on sale because the reviews were great. Blah 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 da da da. It says made in Germany. Yeah. This is a Zwilling knife, right? We don't even use this motherfucker. Right? Because it came in a kit with other Zwilling knives that's like, legit, like, steak knives and shit like that. Now, we use those knives, but we never review. But see, woman wants to be this knife. She wants to be this in your apartment. She wants to be the thing that, is known to be nice and to be wanted, but, you don't really use it until you need it. And then when you're done with it, you go off and move on to using forks and spoons and shit. She don't want to be the main steak knife. All right, you make her the main steak knife. She gonna wonder why you can't find a better steak knife than her. Why it don't got to be another woman. Why don't you find a job or a PlayStation or whatever the fuck, something to take? But then of course she's gonna be a little mad because it's gonna take the attention from her, because that's just that's just bitches' mentalities, because they want attention but they don't want it for real. Like they want just enough attention to know that, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucker will put some value in her, but they don't want enough attention to be number one. All right. I don't know if that made any sense. But I'm about to get out of here because it's getting late. It's 10. I don't want to be that loud neighbor. I'm gonna read a few more of these comments. I'm gonna get out of here. AD, I'm learning Russian and investing in crypto. Go for it. Kick the world's ass, man. Ian Williams says, love your work. Have you been to Denmark? No. But the girls we talked to is Copenhagen in Denmark? They were studying in Copenhagen when I was with the guy who flew here. What I'm saying is, if you find the child's not yours if you find out the child's not yours right away, no child support. But if you find out 5 years later in New York, sorry. That's the U.S. is just a fucking. I'm pretty sure out here in Czech Republic, you can still get DNA tests, and if the DNA test shows that you're not the father, then you have no more responsibility over the motherfucker. Where in the U.S., as soon as you sign that birth certificate, that's your ass. Even if you sign that birth certificate and then you take a DNA test 5 minutes later, you still responsible for that shit because you signed that birth certificate. That's how it used to be. I know it's how it used to be. They could have changed it, but I know it's how it used to be. If you sign that birth certificate, and them nurses, them female nurses, they'll walk up to you and they'll be the nicer kind. Hey, just sign this, because females like to see that shit going. They love that drama. All them bitch nurses that get those cock carousel cunt nurses in there. Oh, they'll do all that. They'll do anything to get you to sign that piece of paper. But once you sign that birth certificate, it don't matter. Or if you're married and your wife has kids by another man. There was a guy who this happened to at my dad's church. He was a pastor. He was married to this woman, and he was a pastor. The woman went off. She would sneak off at the hotel she was working at and fuck other dudes at the hotel, right? Because she got the room for free. She got pregnant, and she ended up having twins. And the twins were not the husbands. They were the random dudes she was fucking. But guess what? In Ohio, because he's married to her, he is legally responsible for those kids. But simply because he is married to her. He is responsible for any child support as it comes down the line. He is the father now. Fuck DNA. That's America. Fuck that. I have a theory that women are naturally bi. Do you have an opinion? Women don't care about sex anywhere near as men do. For anything. STDs, who they fuck, where they fuck, how they fuck. Sex is of literally no importance to women. They only apply importance to it because they know men apply importance to it. Sex is of no importance. Woman will shove a rusty hammer up her vagina. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. It's like a drug dealer selling heroin. Okay, that motherfucker has no ties to heroin. All right, who has a tie to heroin? The user. Woman has no importance. Sex is of literally no importance to woman. None. who she fucks, what she fucks, how, woman, man, dog, horse, sheep, elephant, woman. The only reason woman cares is because she figures that it'll affect her social status, and she knows men like to hear and see certain things. Woman does not. I cannot stress that enough. Woman does not care about sex. She doesn't. I can't stress that enough. All these rules and all this shit, men apply this, and then women go, oh well, if men like it, then I'll advertise myself as what men like, type of shit. Women don't care, dude. They don't care. CC nurses. Oh man, oh god, the nurses. Yeah. If that's the case, then girl banging other dudes while married should be illegal. Oh well, yeah, should be. AD, do European women view black dudes as just fetishes, or are the couple or? Well, it's a little better over here, especially. Well, like I said, a big thing over here, Simon. I'm gonna let y'all go after this. A big thing over here is what country you're from. So when because I was I was telling somebody a few nights ago, my girl. I remember this is when I was trying to buy a car. My girl's sister was selling a car. It was a little Skoda. It wasn't anything super special. It was well kept and all that. And I wanted to buy it. But I couldn't buy it because I didn't have any visa here yet. This is when I was still like technically illegal here now. And so I can read Czech. I can read more Czech than I can speak. That's usually how it goes with a lot of people. So her sister wrote her, because I asked her to text her sister, say, is the car still for sale? Because I want to buy it when I get my residency here, so I could legally put it in my name. Because before I couldn't put it in my name. And her sister wrote back, oh yeah, some people have been calling, but it's only been a few gypsies, and like LOL, like laughing because gypsies or the brown people were the only ones who were texting her, asking her for it. Like it was funny that like as if it was funny that the brown people, like the brown stereotypically lesser people were only writing her for it, and it was funny because of that, right? So I said, does your sister know I'm black? And she goes, oh, you're American, so it doesn't matter. I was like, word. like, yo, that's that hypergamy shit, man. You gonna come across the hypergamy in one way or another. That's just the world operates. It's just that hypergamy. Like another instance of hypergamy is this. So, for example, you guys know I'm in Czech Republic. In Czech Republic, constantly rides that line of being seen as Eastern Europe or Central Europe, because people can agree it's not Western Europe, but the Czechs, they don't want to be viewed as Eastern Europe, because Eastern Europe is like stereotypically like the lesser of Europe, the poorer lesser of Europe, and Czech Republic's literally like exactly in the middle of average wages and location, but Czech Republic is also in the European Union, which that's a whole other topic to talk on. But where I'm going with this is Germany is, immediately north. It's about an hour north. And this is just another part of hypergamy that I've noticed. Yeah, Blake, I did go over to Brittany Renner's story earlier in the live stream. But where I'm going with just how the world operates on hypergamy is this. Notice when there's a country that thinks that is like financially higher than the other one, and they speak two different languages. So Germany is like the higher country to Czech Republic. And we all can agree that Germany pretty much humbles Czech Republic, right? It humbles Prague. It humbles the Czech people. Because if it wasn't for this area, because these motherfuckers look down on Eastern. They'd be like, I remember when I told them I was going to Ukraine. They went, Ukraine? That's a poor country. But then when I drive to Germany, I tell the Germans, where I was living, they go, Czech Republic? That's a poor country. Like they look down on these motherfuckers, right? So anyway, the original core where I'm going is, when you go to Germany, you ain't gonna find nobody up there that speaks Czech. All right? But down here in Czech Republic, you'll find Czechs who speak German. I mean, really think about that shit. Like that's that world hypergamy kicking in. That's how the world is. If they think it's some money, like the poor people, the poorer people have to know what the richer people are doing. The richer people really don't give a fuck what the poor people doing. Just just be quiet and stay out my way. And if I can get a benefit out you, that's cool. But that's that world hypergamy. I was like, yo, that's deep. Because I remember like I would go to Dresden. Dresden is only 20 minutes inside of Germany from Czech Republic. I go to Dresden, yo, and I'm on the instinct mode to speak Czech, and motherfuckers looking at me like, what language is this? Like, motherfucker, the Czech Republic is right there. You don't know Czech. Like, it's literally 20 minutes that way, and you don't know you don't even know a basic hello in Czech. But that's that world hypergamy. You don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they money too low. We don't give a fuck about them. But Czechs, they be like, oh, German. You need these motherfuckers down here. They'll speak German. You ain't gonna find you damn near it'd be easier to almost to find a person who speaks German before you find a person who speaks English in some cases down here, especially once you get out of Prague. Yeah, that's the internet. Yeah, Thomas Hobbs. Yeah, that's that international hypergamy, man. Tap in and check out. Hey, Kang the Conqueror. That's what I meant. That was the dude I was thinking of earlier. He was in Loki. Tap in and check out. Shout out to Austria D for brilliant analysis. Glad you're getting more shine. Shout out to the chat. Yo, thanks, Kang. I'm gonna get out of here in a minute, man. So I'm getting ready. I was getting late and I'm getting tired. And I ain't checking any messages or anything. Yeah, just like you come to the U.S., you have to speak English. Nobody's speaking. Nobody's speaking. Yeah, nobody's speaking. Okay, and that was Nori. I'm going to touch on that real quick. I'm gonna get out of here. That's a deep thing that with us being in America, we never think about. With us in America, or people in the UK, or people in Australia, like we can fly anywhere, and somebody's gonna know some English. But on the flip side, if a Czech person flies to, I remember my ex-wife, her mom flew to the UK, and don't nobody in UK speak Czech. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Ain't enough money in Czech. That's the international hypergamy. Ain't no money to them motherfuckers. Ain't no money in Czech Republic. So they ain't got time to try to learn it. You know what I'm saying? So she couldn't communicate with anybody. No, I didn't get the vaccine. Now you go to UK, you'll fuck around and find somebody who speaks German and French. You find somebody you might find somebody who speaks Russian. Cause it'd be some money in Russians for real. It'd be money. It's money in them. Them motherfuckers know how to move. Like them Slavic, like them for real Slavics. See these Czechs, they Slavic, but they not them for real Slav. These Czechs are them Slavics that have been spoiled by a hint of that Western philosophy. So they ain't that. These Czechs ain't these real Slav. Them real Slavics, them motherfuckers know how. Like the homie I met from Serbia, who sold me this shit. I think that's considered Slavic. Them real Slavics, them motherfuckers know how to move. So it's gonna be money in them. Then by the time you see them out here, there's money in them. So motherfuckers, they'll fuck around, learn Russian. You fuck around, you can't find a motherfucker to be talking about some Das Vidania. Bye. The Empire, whatever the country calls himself, Empire. Think about they call New York Empire State for yeah. But yeah, man, yeah. But I've yet to go too far in the Asian countries, so I'm only speaking from a Westerner perspective. I've still yet to go to like Malaysia or some shit like, or Japan or wherever the fuck, South Korea, shit like that. I'm only speaking on this side of it. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Hey, thanks for everybody who watched, who tuned in. Really appreciate it, man. It says I've only been live for 35 minutes. That's how fucked up it is on my end. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I hope this live stream even worked, because if people are commenting, it must be working. How are the lockdowns? We going on like a slight lockdown now. What they're saying, you got to get show a proof of your COVID status and all that shit, but they never pay that shit attention, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the flippity flip.